Like,
Do
just
it
show him
live.
after.
Yeah, okay.
Just do it after. It's amazing.
Well, now I have something to look forward to fucking get through
Nick
this.
watches these Scott Steiner videos so much that I can hear him from my room. And like, and it's no longer he listens to the whole video. He just listens to the joke, like the punchlines in the video.
Well, why waste time? I don't
You
understand.
gotta get good part.
I got dreams and shit. I
There's
got
so much.
things to do, man.
Here's
I got
where,
things to do, like
here's where I
tomorrow.
become an angry old man. You are so much like this young generation.
Oh yeah.
Not wanting setups, only punchlines. You guys don't want jokes.
Yo, you just want
You just want words that sound out there.
wacky things. I can say wacky things.
And then someone will like me. Yeah, I get it. I get your end game, Ian.
That is my plan. That's
Yeah,
This is his plan.
Oh my god, I've been watching that video. Someone emailed it to me.
Okay.
It's like I'm very late to the party on this, but it's
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
It's a young boy on PBS
Okay.
talking to camera, and he just is the least articulate human being that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the video of?
No.
Did you ever have a dream? Did you ever have a dream that you would
No.
Oh
and
yeah.
you would do. Sorry.
Oh,
And it goes
kid.
on for maybe like minute and 30
Who's
seconds.
he talking to? They're so nervous.
I don't know, but like his eyes are just dead. He's not making any face.
Oh,
and,
poor kid.
and he just keeps powering through, and then I think the end is clearly not the line this child is meant to
Yeah.
say. Did you ever have a dream that you would do anyone to get the thing you want?
So is he trying to say, do you have a goal
Did you ever have
that you would do
do
anything
anything
for? What
but-
is this kid, fucking Griffith? Does he want
He
it?
has a Bailey in his
Yeah.
pocket.
He has to build those cobblestones to the castle.
He wants to rule Falconia.
Oh my god, I love it so much. It's so good.
You seen the death metal version where like it's the same video but like play death metal in the background?
No, my god.
I think I would get too anxious watching that.
I watched. They also made a dubstep version, which I have seen that. It's been mixed and remixed, but oh my god, it's a rabbit hole watching this small child. This is clearly like early 2000s PBS. So like this is an adult man now,
Yeah.
and he's just. Good job, guy. Whoever you are, you. Oh god damn it.
I don't know if I've ever asked. Have you watched Berserk?
Yeah, I've seen some of Berserk. I've seen most of the Berserk that you've shown, bits of Berserk, and then I watched. I don't remember if it was just the pilot episode or the movie. It couldn't have been the movie because it was like the old 80s.
Anything I can lend you my movies.
Anime version, but because I remember definitely watching it with. When I watched it, the only setup I had was a pretty metal show. It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
And I think I watched it, and they cut a living baby out of a hung person, and I thought,
so you watched the original anime.
that's a strong start.
Well, they don't cut him out.
Don't cut him out.
It's you see him.
follows.
You see the result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's implied the mom's been hung while being pregnant, and she instantly gave birth.
Mm-hmm.
And they just so happen to be lucky enough to pick them up out of the mud.
Yeah.
I can lend you my movies.
I'd
I
love
have
to.
them all on I have them all on Blu-ray. Like,
I would love
it's
to.
definitely worth it.
That sounds good.
Because as metal as that show is, it's legitimately good writing.
Oh, okay.
Like, There's really good, especially if you're into character motivations.
I love nothing more than
Okay, then this whole fucking the whole arc the movie goes over. The movies go over
a
is
flashback.
just about one character motivation.
Oh, okay,
and
tight.
how it develops.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a flashback.
I want to ask about the movie.
In the anime, it's a flashback.
I want to ask about the movie because
In the manga.
on almost any anime list,
Uh-huh.
when people make lists about anime,
I used to have a friend who was super into that.
Gross.
just making.
No. She was into My Anime List. Have you heard of that website?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still going.
She tried to get like a couple of us on there, and I went, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I don't care enough.
No,
Because I'm not into... It's not like...
You can't get my eyes just by being in.
We've had this discussion before. Anime is a medium, not a genre. And it's not
Absolutely.
like... And I don't view it as I'm obsessed with this genre. I view it just, no, it's another medium to tell stories, and stories have to adapt into that medium. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to play it by whatever story I like.
I mean, like, in the same way, I say I love horror, but it's not like just because it's a scary story that I'm automatically going to like it.
Yeah.
You know? It's more than that.
Trash is still trash.
Trash is trash. Trash is trash.
No matter...
Y'all know who you are. I don't...
Some opinions are just more important than others. That's what Chris is saying.
That's what I'm getting at.
So anyway, let's talk about the new order that we're all
This fucking satanic Bilderberg meeting, Alex Jones recording in a...
Oh my god, guys. This is completely out of order, but fuck it. Have you ever seen... I was watching this Netflix movie called Conspiracy, I think is what it's called.
Right.
Are you familiar with this?
No.
There's like 8.
Yeah, I know.
There's like 8 conspiracy documentaries.
There was like a mockumentary deal about 2 guys who keep interviewing this homeless man who spouts crazy shit on the street about like a one world whatever.
The fan by one.
I got it.
And the movie reveals that actually, this is my interpretation because there's multiple other homeless characters in the story. All homeless people know the truth, and that's why they're homeless. That there is one world government filled with reptilian aliens who are part of like a owl cult. It's not clear. Yeah.
Okay, sounds cool. I'm sorry that because that reminds me of the book I read a while ago, Ghost/Aliens.
Who's that by? I feel that's ringing a
I
bell.
still had to read it.
Something Hamburger, like that's his actual name, like G Hamburger, something like that. And that's his actual name. G-Man. Let's call him G-Man. G-Man pitched it by having a YouTube video of himself completely covered in tinfoil and just had poked holes in his eyes and in his mouth. Oh and then explained paraphrase the summary of Ghost/Aliens.
That's a strong pitch. That's a strong pitch.
How do you not take that for a how do you not adapt, grab onto that for a comedy book?
Let me just say this. Yeah. I now am obsessed with the thought of him pitching this as a show, and he has to do it the exact same way.
But now he has like a black tie.
On top of the file.
That he just comes up the elevator and into a board meeting at FX. Yeah. Crinkle. So, my idea for a show...
Good afternoon.
I'm going to pocket that in my head. Idea for a show. A show where it's just pitches for
just
different
shitty,
shows.
terrible...
But you have to have the most out there character pitching that show.
Yeah.
Do you all smell that? I've been keeping
That's a golden idea. I'm going to delete this section and keep that.
Hi, good morning. I'm G-Man. No, I was going to say, because it reminded me of that because the whole premise of Ghost/Aliens that is 2 guys, like 2 stoner, like college friends, and it's them writing down things they think is supernatural stuff or like extraterrestrial stuff, like. And what interrogating the homeless guy is that halfway through the book is they're trying to figure out if their new neighbor is an alien, but he might just be Indian, like you don't. And it's then trying to justify it and like not trying to seem racist.
But it gets kind of
racist. I mean, technically he's an alien.
Hey, wait, but is he from space?
Yeah, exactly. That's an exact quote.
Damn it. Okay, that's funny.
Then there's like, what was one? There was like the menstrual cycles of like ghosts and stuff. It was crazy.
Fuck, that sounds amazing.
I gotta lend it to you. It's one of my favorite books.
That sounds really cool. Oh my god.
I still got that stack. I've been making progress though.
Good.
I'm down 2 JoJo volumes. So.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Man.
That's cool.
No, I gotta read it. But anyway, you're talking about conspiracy theories, and it reminds me of that one documentary on Netflix. Stop me if I've talked about this before. 2001, A Space Odyssey, something Mars, Return to Mars. Okay, so what that you should really check it out. Me and a friend of mine in high school were fucking obsessed with this documentary. It's I don't even know if it's still on Netflix, but I'll see if I can find it for you. It's about these tiles that have been showing up around the world for a long time.
Okay.
Like everywhere around the world. We're talking like Brazil, UK, United States, and what it is the guy would assemble tiles and put them into roads, walls, and it'd be the same message, and it has to do with 2001: Space Odyssey, and I wish I remembered the entire message, but something about we're going to Mars or like living on Mars or
there's a secret colony on Mars.
No, it's something about like life will transcend to Mars or whatever. And it's just about these three guys trying to find him. And I wish you had watched it because I would talk about the ending, but it's a really interesting ending.
I will check that out.
And they go into how they theorize how he might do it. Because he has to assemble tiles into roads.
So he's doing like
tile art.
Yeah, like a fresco kind of deal, in public space.
Yeah, and no one's caught him. He's super elusive and yeah. And it's not. So again, some of these are in the middle of roads, in public squares,
right?
And no one's ever
all over the world.
Oh, so it's not okay. So this is is this South America, North Europe, all over?
Yeah,
all over the world. Yeah,
all over.
I am interested.
It's so interesting, man.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, I'd recommend that documentary. We can look it up after.
Please let us do that. I know I've talked about Ghostwatch on here. Because I won't shut up about Ghost. You remember Ghostwatch?
I think you've talked about it.
Yeah, I love Ghostwatch.
I just assume it's people hunting for ghosts.
I wish you'd shut the fuck up about Ghostwatch.
I assume it's just people hunting for ghosts in affliction shirts.
It's... It was, it's this 92 BBC special from on Halloween.
Okay.
And I watch it every year just because I...
So pre-affliction.
It's pre-affliction. Let's delineate between the years pre and post.
The BA years.
The BA years.
Before affliction.
Before affliction. This is BA. This is solidly BA. And it was basically the BBC's first shot at mockumentary style filmmaking. It's like a 2-hour picture where they got a real BBC presenter, like a normal guy who does shit, playing himself in the show.
Okay.
As we're gonna send some paranormal investigators into a allegedly haunted house, and it's an hour and 10 minutes of nothing.
Of course. It's
just people sitting around. And occasionally, oh, I thought I saw a shadow there. Something very polite English people.
Oh no, never mind.
and then periodically, as it goes on and on, they're like, "Oh, there actually might be something happening. I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe we shouldn't let the children stay the whole night while we're filming them. Maybe we should take those girls out of the house. Where are the girls? Why aren't the girls in the house?
Yeah.
And then it escalates and escalates, and I think. One part of it is the nostalgia of that genre kind of exploding at that time in the 90s. And part two is how angry it made the general British population.
That it was fake?
That they had a very Orson Welles reaction to it. A lot of people were like, I didn't realize this was fake. My family were very upset. And I don't want to spoil it for you if you're interested in watching it at all, but... The ending implies that something terrible will happen to anyone who watches it.
So a ring situation.
It's a ring-ish situation.
And this was in 92?
Yeah.
Oh, that's that's after Poltergeist and all that. Okay.
Right.
So there's inspiration to be taken.
And so of course the BBC as a government agency technically.
Yeah.
Has to answer to all the taxpayers who were fucking. There was several people apparently. My husband was a veteran of the war, and he shit himself. He was so fucking terrified, and I demand the BBC send me £20 to buy him new trousers. I don't know, that kind of shit just delights me.
So her reaction.
How dare you? First of all, how dare you? Second of all, you owe me money for this.
Fuck.
Yeah.
We almost forgot. Welcome to episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
20. No, it can't be 22.
Can't be. It can't. No, it can't be close to 24.
Yeah,
okay, let's work out the math. September is second anniversary.
Right.
Okay, it's June.
So we're 3 away.
We're 3 away.
So 3 away. So 21.
21. I'm right. I know how to math.
Okay.
21.
I did math.
Dick.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hey, 21.
It's
Good.
21 months. Yeah.
21 months.
This podcast is still
Happening.
Yeah. It was born.
On a whim, really.
Yeah. No, it was born 12 months ago, and now it's still. Now the mom is going through
natal depression.
Natal depression.
The fontanelle is closing.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know what that means.
That's the fucked up part. Like every time I think of postnatal depression, I think of Scrubs, and I think of
why?
Because Carla goes through it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think she ever gets over it. Like
Jesus
or something like because. I think it only shows up for 2 episodes. I forget how they fix it, but in the end,
there's something very.
Part of me remembers it being very open ended.
Yeah.
There's something very brave about that. I think. You know what? No one gets better. Everyone's broken now.
Yeah.
No, it's bad. No, it's bad.
It's bad forever.
Yeah.
You should feel that way.
Yeah, it's a good show.
What a fun show.
It's good. I don't think it's as good as people think it is, but it's good.
Yeah, people have a massive.
People have boners for and they think it's like the epitome of television.
Is it?
No.
I'm glad we could answer that hard. We should. Oh my god.
My thing is how many people think of it. It's good. It's funny. It has funny bits.
Yeah.
It does caricatures really well.
Dr. Cox.
I think Dr. Cox and
Janitor.
Kelso and Janitor are like the powerhouses in my opinion.
Yeah.
Everything about their characters are great.
What about the lawyer?
That sweaty bald guy?
He's a good punchline, but he doesn't get as much development as
yeah
the others.
Yeah.
Carla's good too.
But didn't Scrubs do that weird thing where they tried to just scrap the cast and start over?
Yeah, then
again?
restarted.
Yeah, in the 19th.
Well, they were there for I think the first couple episodes as older.
Oh, like
doctors
older
training them.
Right.
Yeah. And then I don't know.
What a good.
It's a good show.
You know what?
Good.
Let's all talk about shows that are good.
It's not gonna be on
good.
the anime list, that's for sure.
I was thinking about this. Okay, just because you're saying good. I always remember this. I don't even know who wrote it online, but I remember when The Last Jedi came out. Some guy was like, overall, I thought it was okay. I thought The Last Jedi. I think it's overhyped. It's an okay movie. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Mm-hmm. And then me and a friend were like, 8 out of 10. It means good. Like it's
pretty solid
film.
Movie,
you think this is a good movie?
Yeah. That's 2 away from perfect.
And then it's like, well, then what's average? Is it either 7 or 5? Depends on how you view it. And then it's the slow realization. Oh, numbers are all arbitrary. Reviews are bullshit. And
let's all just acknowledge numbers don't exist.
Yeah,
the math is made up.
The system only exists so people can quickly decide whether or not to spend their money on a movie rather than reading an entire critique. And the whole system's broken. That's why movies have to cater whatever.
So that's why you're not on the anime list because they rate them right. You don't like that type of rating because it's actually like IMDb, 0 stars, 10 stars. I
can't because numbers are so fucking arbitrary.
I remember I used to subscribe to a gamer magazine that would do movie reviews also, and I'm blanking on the name of it offhand. But
I don't know.
But I remember they would review both movies and video games out of 100. And that seems ridiculous to me somehow.
See, that's where I'm I think Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes viewers is where I'm that's better because that's taking
that's an
a pool
aggregate
of people. Yeah,
that's an aggregate.
Yeah. That's the general feel for the movie.
But it's weird to me when it's just one because that was a reviewer.
Yeah.
So each month it would be one guy like watching the
Out of
movie and
100.
being like, out of 100, I give it a 38.5.
Yeah.
2 thumbs, way up.
Have you ever watched old episodes of that show?
No, I got to.
What the fuck is it?
I've just seen clips from it. I've never actually sat down and watched the entire thing.
The film
The Twin
reviewer
Towers
show.
are still in that.
Oh,
That like show.
Gene, Cancer Face and the other guy. I'm sorry, I forgot his name.
no, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's who he is now.
Yeah, that's who he is now.
He's a dick.
He's a big asshole who didn't like Silence of the Lambs. He's wrong and shame on him. Yeah.
Shits on dead people.
He did shit. What are we talking? We're talking about me.
Yeah.
We're talking about me. But I kind of like watching those old shows just because it's very weird when they like effusively praise these movies that I do not give it. One, do not give a shit about, or two, sometimes I've never heard of.
Remember, Roger Ebert thinks Final Fantasy. Oh my God, what's it called? Souls
Within?
Souls Within was
Spirit Within.
Spirit Within.
There we go.
Is the epitome of animation.
No,
Because he thinks it finally reached beyond the uncanny valley. I have the DVD box. I can show you the review.
I'm sure
that's the blurb they used.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You ever seen any of those parody shows of those critics on like G4 or like the Attack of the Show?
I used to watch Attack the Show all the time.
Yeah, I remember it was
the
like
good part of G4.
it was like the two horny old guys, and they would they'd be like rating music videos and like they rate like hot women's asses and like I give it 2 slaps or like
I do kind of remember
5
that.
slaps,
Yes. I remember that they always, what I appreciated for G4 was that they always really went all out for Halloween specials.
They did.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do
That was it.
really elaborate stuff on their Halloween specials.
Yeah.
And they had Chris Gore work for them for a really long time.
Yeah, I always dug his stuff when it came to like movie suggestions for like. That's how I got into like a lot of B movies was through his suggestions.
Yeah, I did dig him for that.
Like
too.
Trauma Theater, yeah.
Well, that's how I found out about Seven Samurai. Like, that was the first
yeah.
time I ever heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
Was him recommending it. So.
And I don't know, the tragedy of tragedies. When I was a boy, like, and you pass through, you like we're not telling you where we live. Not terribly far from where they shot. Like it's like a half-hour drive.
Yeah.
And you can pass right by where it used to be.
Yeah.
And my dream.
As you slowly saw the network
the decline.
go down,
The
where it was all cops,
and
nothing
cheaters.
but cops.
it was cops and it was
Cops and cheaters.
it was Greco. It was just
Greco.
Greco just bursting out of bushes
Because
like.
it's free to put on air.
Yeah.
I remember they had also like G4 for a time had a nighttime block where they just ran like cheap anime that they had dubbed
Hell yeah.
themselves.
They did, yeah. Oh, themselves. That's right. They did.
They dubbed it themselves because it was ooh.
It was not good. It wasn't good.
It was fighting and panty shots. That was the
Oh, yeah.
whole show. I think that was the title.
I remember
Fighting
that.
and panty
Fighting
shots.
and Panty Shots. Yeah, Chiller and Sci-Fi did that for a while.
That's right. Is Chiller still around?
Yeah, Chiller's still going.
Because I feel like they did run shows that I like. They had some stuff
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, I don't know if they're still around, but
So yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of midnight blocks, they had like a graveyard shift block for a lot of horror OVAs.
Oh, nice.
That they brought in. So like during like middle school, like transitioning from middle school to high school, that's when I started watching it at middle of the night. So I'd watch like that's why I got into Monster was do the show first,
that's right.
and then binge that, and
Monster's
then
so fucking good.
So
yeah, watch all those creepy like scary ass like 80s and 90s OVAs where like the creators of all like these shows they've done some weird artistic shit,
right. Yeah.
experimental like. There's some weird shit.
This is my film as a commentary on imperialism. It's called
Man-eating sandwich.
Octopus Skullfuck.
giant card chicken.
I would actually watch that immediately.
No, it was a swan. Yeah, it was a swan. No, I'm serious because there was the guy who created Gundam, the original Gundam.
Really?
He later in the 90s started doing like OVAs when like all the money was coming to the country.
Yeah.
Exactly. He must have been like, now he can do fucking whatever as long as Gundam's running forever.
It's like 3 episodes. I remember like the ending is like a guy floating in a black void in like a sedan. And then like a sports sedan, and then there's like a giant chicken, I think, floating in the void, and like it breaks him apart in the car too, and that's it.
There's something about when you said floating in a void in a sedan.
Yeah.
That terrified me more than just a void.
The worst part was it was a 2-door, wasn't it?
No! There's no trunk space!
Convertible and shit. Like.
Oh no! Oh my god!
I should check that shit out.
Oh my god!
So fucking weird. Man.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But no, yeah, G4 did that.
Bro,
Code Monkey
what a
was
weird time.
Code Monkey was pretty good.
Code Monkey was Adam De La Pena,
Yeah.
who now is set up by Marvel. He's all good, but
all
yeah, he was. Because I think he worked for. Did he work for Adult Swim too?
He did Adult Swim, yeah.
Yeah, he did Adult Swim.
I forgot which ones exactly, but I do remember.
Because he was pretty tight with Dana Schneider. From all the projects.
Yeah.
Name one.
The feet.
All those hot projects. 7-layer bean burrito. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why were we talking about this? I was enjoying myself.
Well, reviews.
Reviews,
my
yeah.
only cap to that is one, numbers are arbitrary. The ultimate review is you just watching the thing and then determining whether or not you like it.
Yeah.
Two, the best reviews are from the old website. Is it Bit for Power or old gaming? It's called like Game. It might have been GameSpot's old reviews. Anyway, and it's just a guy's face, and the scale is how much fun you're having while playing the game.
I like that.
And the more fun you're having, the crazier, the more like the guy's face is now like being blown by wind. To it's like fucking hair is on fire now.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just like he's having so much fun. Like, that's the best review. I don't give a shit whatever anyone else gets.
The graphics were very good. So no, I want to know how much my hair is gonna be.
Yeah, how much fun am I gonna have? But then that's a problem for stuff like Papers, Please, where it's supposed to be the most soul crushing.
Just depressing.
Yeah.
Experience. Because I remember there's at the tail end of G4 being strangled to death slowly by its own umbilical cord. There was a lot of talking about like, should games just be fun if they're going to be art?
Yeah.
Like, because there was all this argument about like, because you can watch a movie like, I don't know, Sophie's Choice.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's not fun to watch.
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. Goodbye, Jews.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'll see you real soon.
Well, if Schindler's List is fun for you, that's probably
There's a discussion we need to have.
Your hair's on fire, just like them. Like, come on. I can relate to that.
When I was watching. Oh no, I take it back. Ichi the Killer is a fun movie. That has fun in it.
No, it's actually fun.
That is fun.
Yeah. I actually said Bible Black.
I was.
You just want to bring it up every time.
I was actively avoiding.
Hey, Ian, did you hear me say Bible Black?
Hey, did you guys catch that earlier? It might have slipped by.
Ian.
In case you forgot.
Bible Black.
You guys want to talk about jizz in a cup real quick?
Talk about milk scenes. Let's talk about.
No.
We want to talk about supernatural black magic.
If I'm going to talk about that, we're going to talk about the world according to Garp again, which we're not going to do.
No, we're not.
I'm not going to do that either.
Not good kickoff to a podcast.
Was
talking about
jizz in a cup.
Yeah, I was talking about
Jesus,
world
man.
according to Garp.
Fuck. Oh my god.
That book's great.
It's a good book. It is a good book.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually watched a movie.
It is fine.
Okay.
I still like Patch Adams more.
Yeah?
I think it's a more fun movie.
Okay.
I remember, so, I don't know, I don't think I talked about this on the show. Patch Adams is like the second or third R-rated film I ever watched when I was growing up.
Okay.
And it was solely because Robin Williams had been doing so many, like, family movies at that point. He did Mrs. Doubtfire and then Aladdin.
Yeah.
That my parents just bought me a ticket for it without, like, asking any follow-up questions.
Oh, is that the one where he stalks him and he has the glasses? Or is that a different one?
Oh, that's 1 Hour Photo, which
sorry.
is also actually a really good movie too.
One's sad.
It is a dark time, where he also insisted on putting an Eva reference in.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the whole thing. Like the director just thought it was a cool toy, and then.
And Robin Williams is actually really into anime.
Yeah.
He loved anime, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll give the kid a Unit 1. It'll be cool."
No, it was the what are they called? The white ones from End of the Angels.
Oh, it was the mass production.
Mass production Avas. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he's a hero. He saves people. This fucking thing that ripped the 14-year-old.
Yeah.
These pieces of shit aren't gonna double check this.
Well, now I have to stalk you. Like I gotta make sure your parents aren't,
just fucking around. Oh my god. Yeah.
Ooh, great.
Hey,
Microsoft.
Hey.
Cool. Thanks.
Windows 10.
I feel like it's been happening on everything I'm listening to lately, like on
Right?
different podcasts and like just videos that I've watched. I feel like the Windows thing has become a problem now.
Hey, Chris, you want to talk about old?
Yeah.
20 years from now, you have to explain this to people. That there was a point where you listened to podcasts and then you would hear the Windows beep.
The Microsoft Windows thing.
Windows notification.
And there was nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
Because who the fuck knows when
Yeah, so clearly
when
I'm
that thing
better
would
than
come
you.
on. Yeah.
Hey, kids in the future who are listening to this by, I don't know, like a pill or like injection into your spleen.
Or a tube
Or a tube.
Or
a
a tube.
series of tubes.
of milk.
No! We were doing so well! We were doing so well!
This all ends with one of you murdering the other. I was about to say that I was going to say this ends with one of us doing a Let's Watch.
No, it doesn't!
No.
It fucking doesn't!
You're right, and it doesn't. It ends with a murder.
That's what it does.
After watching.
That's what it ends with.
After the live watch.
It's very suspicious that
Yeah.
one of them just fell out of a window. It's crazy.
Okay, so we should probably get to what has everyone been up to.
Okay, cool.
I feel like it's been so fucking long, and to the point where I'm like, does any of it fucking matter for me?
Yeah,
to talk about?
Fuck
Does
it.
it? Yeah. I mean,
It's been
does
so
it
fucking
really?
long since the last episode.
I mean, we don't.
At least for recording.
Yeah. Yeah. At least we're recording.
Yeah.
We did it. We technically did it.
Yeah, we did last month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to? I don't give a shit.
Well, I guess I'll go then.
Yeah, cool.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Yeah, apparently there wasn't a secret auction that just went down. Anyway,
So what's up? What's going on?
let's see. When's the last time we recorded? It was last month.
May, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was last
It
month.
was last month.
It was
So
last
that's
month.
Every episode comes out.
So
That's how it works.
That's how it should be. No, so for me,
You know, According to algorithms, it should be every fucking week we should be putting out shit.
yeah, man. No, sorry, I was gonna bring something up, but I was gonna like.
No, it's
No, because like there's a whole thing now, like YouTube auto-generating thumbnails.
Oh yeah, that happened like yesterday.
Yes.
Where
Of this recording, yeah.
they're as of this recording, which to put a fucking timestamp, where they're like, as an experiment, we're gonna auto-generate thumbnails for people,
Get your fucking fingers out of my
Yeah.
pie, YouTube.
dude. And it's just like 3 things that are supposed to make you click on the thumbnail. Like I saw a photo, one where it's a baby and a puppy. And they're not. These are 3 separate photos, and none of them are interacting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like another puppy, or this guy I watched called Super Eye Patch Wolf, and it was for his White Dragon Ball Z like manga, like something about the Dragon Ball Z manga.
Yeah.
And just people sending photos of that. There was one of like a right wing conspiracy channel where it just has like girls in bikinis, like
Oh my
the
God.
whole thing. Yeah,
Here's a picture of a baby playing with a puppy on a pair of tits.
yeah.
Click on this.
God, YouTube's the worst.
Oh my god. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's.
Every time they take a step, man, like 3 or 4 steps backwards.
I don't really understand. So here's how I understand. So you subscribe to a channel to
Yes.
watch their videos.
You subscribe to
But
them,
that's
so you
not
can just
enough.
no, it's not enough anymore. Now you have to click a fucking bell in order to actually get notifications for whenever they come out with things. And guess what? You're probably gonna still miss stupid
Well,
shit.
fucking shit.
Yeah, because other YouTubers have like, and I noticed it's a problem with people who have way more subscribers than we'll ever have.
Yes.
I'm just like, yeah, some people straight up don't get it. They'll find out. So you better post that shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
And chill.
Yeah, I mean, And then, of course, the algorithm, like you said, rewards people who are posting big videos regularly.
They're posting, well, yeah, 15,
at least 10 minutes.
At least 10 to 15 minutes. Like,
at least weekly, preferably
at least
daily.
once a week, preferably. Yeah. That's why, like, kids are getting burned out. A bunch of YouTubers have had mental breakdowns, like, recently.
That's a crazy work schedule to keep up.
Oh, yeah. No health, no medical, like... It's all self-serving.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's also...
For pennies on click ads.
Yeah, I mean...
How do you gotta go through other means to make a viable living?
And then if you happen to say something that YouTube is uncomfortable with, they can demonetize you right away, and then it's weeks and weeks.
We're not even talking about stuff that's blatantly offensive.
No, I'm not talking about, like, here's how the Jews...
I make a fart joke.
Right,
in the below videos, as everyone knows, and like that will automatically not be monetized, or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's only if the wrong people say these things.
Yeah, people are bringing them money.
Yeah, the late shows. You know it is, like Ellen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The cash cow that's degenerate.
The cash cow late show.
Fuck. You know that topical comedian, Ellen DeGeneres. Oh my god. We love you, Ellen. You're great.
Oh, no one dislikes Ellen.
No, she's the.
I don't watch her show, but I don't dislike her.
She's the potato salad of human beings. It's hard to dislike her. She's fine.
Yeah, you just put up with it.
Yeah. She seems like a nice person. I don't have anything to complain about.
Yeah, but Nick's right. And there's only bias if you're not raking in millions of views per video. Like,
just try not to think about what you just said. Not only I can't get into it.
You're not Ellen. You're not.
Oh fuck.
Why? Because I don't have, like, I'm not another talk show host. I can't say I'm not Montel Williams.
Fuck.
No, Montel doesn't count. But maybe Barbara Walters, but Montel don't count.
You're counting. None of these
Those are
shows
daytime talk shows. Those are none of them. Oh no. You know, I may not be Whoopi Goldberg, but
that topical late show, Good Morning America.
Oh.
Craig Ferguson, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Wait, he's retired, but okay, at least the right genre.
We're getting the Carson Daly Show.
Oh, fuck me. Oh my god.
This is stupid. This conversation's stupid.
That's so funny. That's so fucking I'm sorry, man.
It's funny if the punchline is none of these shows are created at nighttime.
Not even. I feel like you've not even mentioned. First of all, not late night shows. Not topical, political, anything. No. Oh my god, that's really. Oh.
No, my month's been pretty good.
I'm sorry.
Oh, this is stupid.
Oh, you have to cut all this out. This is useless.
No one's laughing on me.
Just staring at us. Oh my God.
I just love the idea.
You're all idiots.
I listened to that thing you told me to listen to, and it's just like fucking four guys like just laughing.
Yeah, just laughing, saying
just
things.
Nothing. There's no joke.
They're laughing, saying punchlines.
There's jokes that aren't there.
Oh
wow.
We are in with the new kids, man.
You know, it's
we're memers, is what.
Yeah. No, you see, that's why I watched
the
punchline for Scott Steiner videos. You all get it now. That's my true plan. But you know, my months were pretty good.
This is all part of Nick's elaborate ruse
to make us all watch Steiner videos.
No, so we just watch the punchline to Steiner videos.
No, my months were pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. I so it was a whole month. So within that month, I watched all 6 episodes of Mononoke. Not Princess Mononoke, the movie, but the show Mononoke.
The horror.
Okay.
The horror show. That one's really great. Like, essentially, I remember watching an episode like 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's kind of like in a very the entire art is like in a geisha style. It's, I mean, I was just completely blown away by it visually, and also a lot of the horror aspects too. They actually were really scary. It's pretty crazy because when I looked it up, it's actually a spin-off of like a long-going novel.
Really?
Yeah, like a long-going novel series, and then it's a spin-off of a spin-off book, and it's pretty crazy. Like it's just about, it's literally the backstory to like a side character.
Really?
In the main book. Like I forgot. Like it's like
that's
8
probably
books.
why they're not making an anime based on the book.
Yeah.
Then, if it's so fucking long.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah, no, it's great. I still love it.
I'll have to check it out.
No, for sure.
Is this a recent series or is it a little older?
No, it's like early 2000s, like 04 or 04, 05.
Back when anime was good.
Was it?
Back when you had to get on VHS.
Oh, that's true. You did.
I know it was around DVD time. Never mind.
You know, you had to go into the borders and
9/11.
ask for the DVD.
You had to go past A18. You remember the ones they like have the...
They have the cover on
The
it,
cover,
so
the
you
little
go from
plastic.
the other side
Yeah.
and you look at the back.
Yeah,
That's
and then you go past it, and then you pick up your Savage Dragon Volume 100.
Oh!
Black cover. No, that one's great. It's hard to talk about, like, to give a summary because it's very visual. It's like Angel Egg, like it's very visual.
Oh, okay.
So if
Angel Egg, there's only two lines of dialogue in the entire goddamn thing.
So if I explain to you Angel Egg, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, then a giant like planet with an eye like shoots down, and I'll just explain visually. It'll spoil a lot of it.
Right.
But not much to say. Yeah, not much else to say for that. What else? So then after that, I just started binge watching all the Cutie Honey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the original.
Because the new one's coming out, right?
Well,
Or is it out?
They're re-releasing the one by Imaishi from 02, I think.
Okay.
Cutie Honey, like
Okay.
Cutie Honey.
Okay.
Yeah, so now that one's crazy. Like
Okay.
that's.
No, never mind.
This is the
it's
return
whole,
email.
It's the whole re thing. Whatever.
Yeah, no, it's exactly the recoded. What was it, like Re-Zero?
I don't give a shit. Just
No,
get
like,
like.
I'm trying to make sure.
No, let's get into this.
Let's
Come on.
get into it. Okay, Recoded. How about that?
Recoded.
There's Kingdom Hearts Recoded
Kingdom
and
Hearts
like
Recoded. Recreators.
Rebirth. And Recreators is a good show.
Yeah,
You should watch
Recreators?
I recommend it for you. As a writer, you should watch Recreators.
Okay.
I recommend anyone who considers himself artistic in any way, actually, to watch it.
Yeah.
Especially if you like the philosophy behind art. I'm not talking about like messages or anything. Like the actual creation of art.
Why do we do this?
Yeah, how do we go about doing it?
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Good show.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so Hugh Honey, dude, that
I'm
first
trying not to hype it up. That's fine.
No, yeah, sure. The first episode.
Hang on, shut up. If you ever, sorry, I was like,
No, keep going.
If you ever want to do a spoiler cast on that show, I'm totally down to do it with you.
Okay.
I'll rewatch it.
Yeah, that actually sounds really
All
fun.
right, go ahead.
I was saying
I'm
like the first, no, I was saying the first episode, Cutie Honey, you would actually really like, Chris, because it's the most
No, I know I would
Imaishi,
like.
over the top, like before was it Sex and Violence at Mach Speed?
Yeah.
Before that,
Sure.
like before that, you had the first episode, but everything else was done like episode to episode, different directors.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm always into that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Even though, like, most of the time it should be the most disjoining, like, thing ever.
Yeah.
Always I don't know fucking why.
Yeah.
If it's short, I'm into it. If it's, like, long, I'm
That's fine.
800 episodes.
yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, for One Piece.
I told you I know someone who watches it, and I just keep asking them how. How are you doing this to yourself?
Oh, I used to know someone who watched like all 850.
Oh.
Well, I used to know a guy. I know a guy too, and he said something one day that stuck with me. You know how we love when something's finished and it has closure. Yeah, he's not like that. He needs it to be open ended.
He needs it forever.
He needs to go on forever.
Oh, like
So-
Simpsons.
Yeah, like
And I was thinking about that. I went, what a weird existential dilemma that
Like-
is for.
yeah, because honestly, more media is turning our way.
Yeah.
That it is closed, and it has...
Because most of us are going to die soon, and we need to...
We're all facing the fact that the world is ruined.
Yeah.
Not to get political. The world is ruined, and we understand that we're definitely going to die. And we just need to, we need that closure before...
I need to know what the last thing Goku is going to...
What's the last form?
What's the last thing Goku's going to kill? It's
Yeah.
going to be God. It's going to be Yahweh.
Just-
Yahweh. It's just...
And you were way too delighted for it.
It's just Mr. Popone.
Because what's crazy is I was just about to say Yahweh, and you beat me to it,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm so happy that we're on that same level.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Well, because when you say God, it can be anything.
Could be any
There's
god.
fucking gods of destruction now in Dragon Ball Z, and apparently they're shit tier or whatever.
Yeah.
Or mid top tier. I don't give a shit. And like,
Yeah.
but when you say Yahweh, everyone knows exactly.
Did they also go to hell and beat up Hitler on Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
They did.
GT. Oh no, is GT canon now?
Is it?
Is it still not canon?
Wasn't it Dragon Ball where like little Goku fought Hitler and like him and Trunks?
No,
it's
you're thinking of GT. You're thinking of GT.
Okay.
Was it?
It happens in GT.
Yeah, because I thought it was two kids and they beat up a purple suit Hitler.
Yeah, but instead of swastikas, they have the X.
The two double X's. Yeah,
Double
yeah.
X.
Yeah, and then like
We're almost too sexy.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone finally said what we were all thinking.
They should have had one more X, is it? No. 2X is too sexy. Triple X is lewd.
Triple X is filthy.
Yeah. Oh, filth. No, filth has got to be. Oh man, what would filth be? Because I want lewd to be like triple X.
Triple X is lewd.
Yeah.
Filth is just like how many X's can you fit on one line of text?
Yeah.
Oh.
It should be a set of old lady eyes glaring at you, to represent your grandma, like
What?
being disappointed.
Can I tell?
Okay.
That's gonna tie into a story I
Shut
have
up.
later.
Oh,
Don't
God.
forget
I'm
that
just pulling
thought.
shit out of my ass. I can't.
Hold that nugget. Hold it tight.
The logo should make you think about what would your grandma?
What would she say?
What would she say?
What would she say?
She would be disappointed.
That's insane that you would say that exact thing. I can't wait. Okay, go ahead.
Oh man, what else?
So
I
Cutie
watched?
Honey.
Cutie Honey. I mean, it's the same guy who did Go Nagai. Go Nagai, sorry. Go Nagai did Go Nagai.
Yeah.
Go Nagai did, who did Cutie Honey, Devilman, Violence Jack. Apparently they're all connected in some way.
Oh, okay.
Like how Cutie Honey's connected to Devilman. They had that one episode OVA.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were on a boat, remember? It was on a boat. It was on like this big giant cargo boat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe you.
I believe you.
I just remember, yeah, because it's
You
just,
could be taking me for a ride here and like.
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I just remember it took place like
Devilman.
before Amon the Apocalypse, where it was kind of like a what if scenario with Devilman.
Okay.
Where instead of Akira requiring the Amon, like absorbing Amon as a demon, as a devil, he actually captures Satan and he fights Amon. And because Amon's like the warmonger, it's hell on earth, so he has to fight him. That was like a what if scenario, and then it took place before that, and where like they're on a cargo ship. And I just remember the scene like towards the end where like they're kidnapped, like the like the stereotypical like handcuffed against the wall.
Yeah.
Like Cutie Honey's handcuffed, and so is Devilman shirtless, and he was always shirtless, but I don't know why. But and then during the scene, like they're about like the villain's like giving the big monologue, and then he's like, oh, like I'm evil and shit. But and then,
what's that in the speech? What's your plan?
You're just trying to blast through the part you're talking about.
Yeah.
Tell us your evil plan. I'm evil and shit.
I mean, who boogity boo? Wait a minute.
Fuck. Okay. So he's evil as shit. Go on.
Shit. And then Cutie Honey does her transformation, where like her clothes come off, and then like the new suit comes on. So like as the clothes come off, she goes like it was like honey, like ho, like honey ho, and then like her clothes rip off, and as her clothes rip off, Devilman like has like the most like innocent smile and like gleaming eyes, like an innocent child, just like looking at this happening. He's like, but he has like a super deep voice, like the voice actor is super deep.
Oh, okay.
It was like, whoa, like it was like, as like the boyish eyes.
That's fantastic.
Like his eyes glimmering, and that's all you see. I remember.
Anime is a disease.
Anime
was the mistake.
Yeah, it sure was. And then what was that? Oh yeah, and then I saw Incredibles 2. Chris and I did.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
You want to talk about it?
Nah.
Okay. Okay.
I'll talk about it.
No, let's talk about it.
It's good.
It was great.
No, actually, I really dug it. I'm trying not to overhype it or anything, but it is up there now for like one of my favorite.
So,
and up there with Incredibles 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I really liked Incredibles 1.
Yeah. Oh no, Incredibles 1 was my favorite Pixar movie, and going beyond the whole meme thing that would happen later with just people.
Yeah.
It was my favorite because of just the family dynamic, like.
Yeah.
And essentially, it's about a father going through a midlife crisis.
That is the movie.
Yeah, is actually the movie, while the superhero thing is the backdrop.
And
also, Syndrome is right up until he
kills all the heroes.
No, up until he tries. Well, up until 1, you find out he kills all the heroes. But the true nail in the coffin is him almost murdering, murdering in his head, Mr. Incredible's family.
Yeah.
Especially knowing there's children on board.
There are children.
So you can't even justify the idea that, well, she's a superhero. She knows this line of work. And like,
right.
Yeah.
So.
He knows that. Yeah, because...
So people are fucking crazy when they say Syndrome is the hero of that movie. They're funny.
People are, like...
Wrong.
So here's a cool thing I found out, and it kind of makes me happy slightly, is that Brad Bird, who directed 1 and 2... apparently had to come out against grad students who had been promoting the idea that all of his movies are an argument for objectivism, like the Ayn Rand, like hyper-conservative ideal.
What? Because like it's like vintage 50s. They just assume. Like...
Well, because it's partly because of the aesthetic, but partly because you could read the message is. The government is trying to stop the most special, important people from being important and special, and also this which like
and they think that's
as an idea of like that's objectivism kind of that wasn't his wasn't what he was going for.
I can see how it could be definitely construed,
but I see how it could be read that way.
A degree for that.
But I always read it the other way, where it's like. No, hey, you guys should be better.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, stop being so shit.
It's like why I loved the first season of Korra so much was because it introduced the idea of just hey, fucking benders wreck everything.
Yeah.
Every time they want to fucking light their stove, and it just like one of my favorite things is she does this thing in the middle of a chase scene, and she uses. Like waterbending to create ice over this bridge, and after the fight, they're all like, "Who the fuck's gonna clean up that ice that's covering the bridge? You know how fucking thick that is. So you have to skate over that." And like, I love that shit. I love superheroes doing something, and then everyone going, "Yeah, but what about the rest of us that have to clean up every
shit?" Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't that for Justice League Unlimited? Wasn't that the whole thing of like?
Yeah,
superheroes and then the humans like are scared of Superman because
I mean we should fear him.
Yeah, the mere existence of Superman means humans are obsolete and are no longer the defining. Superman should be an existential dread.
Superman is
Lex Luthor is the hero. He should take.
he didn't do nothing, right? He didn't do nothing wrong.
No, he did stuff wrong.
Lex Luthor did nothing wrong.
That's your Ayn Rand.
He was the hero America deserves.
Oh yeah.
Tight. We got both.
No, I'm kidding about the Lex Luthor. Just pick up and hang up the phone. No, wait, no, because someone could be trying to call. Never mind. Someone will get that.
Yeah. Okay. It'll be fine.
There we go.
Yes, Incredibles.
Incredibles 2, I mean, it was great. I really liked the villain this time was better.
Okay.
Oh, you like them more.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. So, my bad. It's the opposite. I thought she was kind of weaker than Syndrome, but everything else.
Yeah, Syndrome's a better villain.
But I think everything else they hit, especially the characters.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I told Nick like the parts as much as I like the Miss Incredible bits because she finally gets her own like comeuppance. Is man, I fucking loved every family thing and just things going bad.
Yeah.
And I was laughing at things that other people weren't laughing at because I was like, "That's so fucking dark." That's so real. Like some of the things he says.
Yeah.
And there, oh god, what's the first hard laugh in that movie? It's when they're going to meet the Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his name. I just know because immediately as I heard that voice, I just went, "Oh, Bob Odenkirk."
I think his last name was Deed. Him and his sister are named Deed. Something Deed.
And they're going outside in their costume, and then Violet asks like, "Where are you going?" And the immediate response from Mr. Incredible is, "Boy, it's a good night to get some fresh air, ain't it?" It's just like the stupid smile.
Yeah.
Man, that's good. He's fucking love this movie.
Yeah.
The fight scene with Screenslaver in the cage.
It was great.
Is one. I'm very conflicted about it. One, it's fucking awesome and it's like visually amazing. Two, if you have a seizure, fuck that. You're not gonna like if you're seizure prone. That scene is, dude. It's black and white flashing.
Yeah.
Like incredibly fast, a horrible electric noise going on while motion is still happening on the screen.
Yeah.
What did you all think about the animation when you compare it to Incredibles 1 and the change that's...
Obviously... Well, it obviously shows it's been 14 years, and, like... Yeah, it's better. Like, I don't know.
It's better.
It's better. Like,
I mean, I was more...
That's the most unfair thing ever, because that's over a decade worth of CG animation.
And that was just limitation of technology at the time, because it's all CG.
Yeah. Which is weird, because Incredibles 1 looked amazing at the time.
I still think it holds up.
I think it looks up too.
Yeah.
It's just it's old now, but which is weird to say. But it's but yeah.
Because I know it's here's an unpopular opinion. Okay. Internet. Because I have moments. I've rewatched Toy Story 1. Okay. And I have moments where I watch it and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Some of the face rigging.
It's not good.
Some of it is just not.
Especially Sid.
Yes, especially any of the humans.
They're not great.
It gets uncanny and weird because most of it works because it's plastic. Yeah. Like they're supposed to be that way. But when you have like fleshy humans, the rendering is not there yet, and so it doesn't.
I also remember that was some of Pixar's first work.
That was that was their first. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah.
So what else? Nick. Yeah, me and you agree, Nick, that more creative uses of the powers.
Oh, it was awesome.
Which we're always fans of. Just JoJo it, like use the most creative versions you can. The whole motorcycle chasing is great, and just all the momentum used for that.
Yeah, music actually was more standout, like. Yeah, just generic.
Yeah, Nick had a huge boner over that. Over sound.
He had a big boner. He had a big boner for like the big Shaft parody, Frozone, like that one.
Oh, dude, all the character songs are amazing. Yeah. Shut up. Yeah. No, they're great.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
we're all in the same.
Frozone's Frozone's is just Shaft without like any of the raunchiness.
Any of the hardness.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. That's it. There we go. Yeah, no, all they're good. The credit sequence is really cool, like rotoscoping, like, and just the little standstills are really cool.
Oh yeah. What did you think of the short film? What was it?
Val.
With the
I actually choked up a little bit.
Yeah. That was actually really
good. It was really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
And you know what sucks? Because I was watching a movie and I literally just graduated college, and I was like, fuck. So some of it's like kind of too real. For me. No, it's really good.
Yeah.
The whole metaphor thing. Like I actually my jaw actually dropped once you get to the climax of that short.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it in case anyone hasn't seen the movie yet, but
Oh,
because
that's too.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, because that's not what I thought would happen. I'll just say this. I thought it was just going to end with the door closing.
Oh, okay.
And that was it.
Yeah.
But no, the fact that it goes beyond, I think, makes that short great.
Yeah.
Like, that's what actually makes it really good.
Yeah. Man, I thought that was like her stand. Like her persona.
Yeah, don't even say more because, like...
Yeah.
Go watch it. It's very good.
It's very good. Yeah, so the fight sequences are good. Nick's right, the villain's weird.
Villain's weird.
It's kind of... I don't know. It's what's strange to me is I feel like a lot of the rest of it is very much played for... Our audience is older now.
Yeah.
And Pixar's usually really good about that, actually.
Yeah, they've been pretty good.
But I felt like the villain was telegraphed.
Yeah.
Pretty...
Oh, like a fucking mile away.
Yeah.
The moment they suggest anything is like, oh, well, they're going to stage something. It's all stage. Like,
yeah.
Although the camera was cool, like, putting camera, because it's like, way to make that topical. I'm like...
Yeah.
Like, blatantly so.
Yeah.
But, like, twisting it and making it do the opposite of how we convey it now with cops.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? As a more positive for... Well, it's both supposed to be positive, but Incredibles is it's positive to show the good deeds you're doing.
And then edit it. I mean...
Well, they weren't edited. No, the idea was they're not supposed to be edited. It's supposed to be raw.
Right. But the idea of... I mean, what the deeds are doing is PR, ultimately.
Yeah.
It's just a PR firm.
Oh, yeah.
And that there's this... I feel like their ultimate argument is what's real doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Perception is everything, regardless of what's true.
Yeah, sadly, that's the world. And I think they even say that, like...
Topical.
Yeah, I know. Sadly, that's the world we live in.
Yeah, as long as you're likable.
Yeah.
So you have to hope the person construing things is doing it for good.
Yeah. Or you be the best at what you do. If you are the best at what you do, you get away with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I made myself sad.
Do you want to talk about R. Kelly again?
He's the best singer. He's this piece of shit. That's all.
He's
Chris Brown.
No, hang on.
Oh no, he's back in jail now.
He went back in jail for a different assault. But actually, it was for a different assault. But no, Chris Brown's great, but he wasn't the best at what he did. He only got away with it because he was in court first time because when the Dougie was relevant. But when he's in court the second time,
dude,
Dougie
you
was
and
not
Vince
relevant.
Staples should have like.
Can I just say?
Because that's always what I hear Vince Staples saying.
Yeah, he was in Coachella. You ever seen that interview?
No, I've never seen Vince Staples give that.
It's great.
So like, I believe it was
it's so much he knows Coachella's full of shit. And I'm just saying.
Yeah, so I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, it does he does go off on a lot of people.
Oh my god!
And just how it's all bullshit, and as long as you entertain people, you'll get away with it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So like, I've got. Here's two things. So like, Kanye putting out a new album, and
wait, how did you say
it? Wait, what did you hear?
You said Kanye.
I did say it that way.
Like Kanye?
Kanye.
Is that
like
wait? Do you actually? It's Kanye.
It's Kanye. I know.
Okay.
I'm aware.
I'm just trying to look out for you.
You said it with 2 E's. It's 1 E.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Kanye. Yeah. Let's talk about Kanye.
We don't have to.
He hasn't been good in I'll just say this. Just even if I'm skirting along the political stuff, his music hasn't been good in years. So.
It hasn't. His I do still think that his best song is the moment where, because Kanye as a person has moments where I feel like, oh, does he actually have self-awareness? And
yeah, that line's becoming really blurred.
And then he immediately seems to negate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So he's like a wrestler.
he is like a wrestler.
Yeah. You're like pretty close on that.
Okay.
And so sometimes
Because he just does stuff in order to get people talking. Like,
and so it's sometimes hard to know
yeah.
how genuine he is about anything and how much is performative. But so when he oh god, what was I gonna say? When I don't know. Yeah, when Kanye says things, it's weird. Oh, my favorite song by Kanye is the Kanye song. that he wrote. If you know that song.
Yeah, isn't that the one where it like in just the middle of the song, people are talking about how much they like Kanye?
It's that, and then it's like a minute and a half, and it's just him explaining what would be the most Kanye song, a song where Kanye sings about Kanye, because he's super into Kanye.
Yeah.
And then in the song he's like, I'm aware Kanye's super into Kanye. Yeah. That's fine. I don't know. Like it that song felt like, does he know what he is?
Yeah.
Does he know who he is?
So here's the problem with that too, is that like even if let's assume he knows what he's doing right now. Yeah. It's totally not working. Like it's
not working, and it's not worth it.
It's totally not worth it. It's totally not working. It's whether he's trying to maintain fans on both sides or just riling up to get just raw attention, it's coming off like the worst way possible. Foregoing even the president stuff, the other stuff he said, that's just like there's no reason top to bottom to do or say that.
You ever see the TMZ stuff? Have you seen the full video?
I've seen a 4-minute video. I don't know if that's the full video.
The full video is 15.
I can't believe we're talking about Kanye in this podcast.
I
never thought we'd get to this point.
No, I just want to break it down because like the thing people took away.
The time has come, and so have I.
Yeah, this is the pinnacle. So. No, it's like because like the 4 minutes is what people took away the 300 years.
Right, the 300 years thing.
Yeah, but then there's like the other stuff he said in the TMZ office where he's like walking around in like a hoodie and in a plain shirt.
Yeah,
and he's just walking around, just talking, just like jumping. He's literally saying 2 sentences about a subject, and then jumps it to another one and then another one, and it just escalates while he changes subjects.
Okay.
So there's literally a point where. On the choice, it's all a choice thing. He goes on. What was the example? Oh yeah, it was about prescription. About doctors. There's a whole thing of overprescribing. It's same with like with people who give tickets just like to fill their job or like the quote for the week. Same with prescription. He said like, oh, I got overprescribed and then I stopped prescribing opioid and look at me now and something like that. It was crazy. Yeah. And then then it's a weird thing of like. You would have a point if you didn't keep jumping every 2 sentences.
Right. If you stayed on a topic and stuck with it.
You didn't pull a JonTron and then just say, yeah, look it up.
Oh, Jesus.
Or Google it.
We can't... Kanye is fine. I draw the line. We can't get into that. I'm not ready.
About regarding talking about.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like the whole thing of like jumping every 2 sentences. Yeah. And that's literally...
Yeah, he's a racist.
Yeah, there's no offense.
I guess that's kind of covered the topic. So, I guess that kind of did cover it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, I'm saying because like the 15 minutes is like it's crazy. It's just crazy to watch him just jumping to, and I can't tell either. Yeah. If it's a character.
Well, Bill Burr summed it up the best. He saw Kanye, looked at his eyes, and went, "Oh, he's crazy."
Yeah.
The psycho eyes. Yeah.
He has the psycho eyes.
Remember, he was on the Today Show. He's like, "I'm the greatest. I'm the best." Like straight face, I'm the greatest. Eyes open and shit, like Logan. I'm the greatest ever. Psychopath, psychotic motherfucker. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. Fuck man.
But with the rest of my month.
Yeah.
Let's. Man, it's been a lot. So it's mostly just been work.
It's been a lot of shit.
Yeah, stuff has mostly been a lot of personal and work stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Work's been really kicking our ass lately.
Yeah. And then any free time, I start
because free time.
Yeah, I just like started a bunch of stuff. Like I started playing Stellar Crown. Okay. After
how's that going? Because I've heard no one talk about Stellar Crown.
It's pretty good.
You and Gunter are the only people I know who own Stellar Crown.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if it's like what he does, where he has like the giant poster and like the whole thing around it. I don't know if it's like that good. Because
I think he told me literally he just got that stuff with the game and he didn't pay extra for whatever reason.
Oh, okay.
Like it just happened and he just decided to hang it up.
Why not?
Yeah, it looks nice. But Stellar Crown, it's a turn-based RPG like Fire Emblem.
Okay.
And
wait, it plays like Fire Emblem or?
No, like it's turn-based. There's some elements that you can relate to Fire Emblem, but there's some things from that game as a turn-based. That
Okay,
I
what's
wish
the actual combat like more closely?
the combat I would align it more to. Let's see. I was gonna say Shadowrun, but no. It's even simpler than that. I would say like a more simplified Fire Emblem, in that it's less of an emphasis on you trying to figure out the enemy, and more about just seeing the special moves. It's literally like kind of like the Server's Wrath. Like you build up the meter and then burst and then QTE.
Oh my god, okay.
It's kind of like that.
But in a tactic style?
And like a turn-based thing. So there.
Wait, tactic or turn-based? Because that's two different things.
I know it's different. So it's more turn-based than tactics.
Cool.
And that's kind of what I wasn't used to that. I'm not used to personally to stuff that's just turn-based, where you just see the CG and the special moves.
Oh, okay. You're not used to doing a move and then 5 minutes of...
Yeah, and then just sitting there watching like fan service, like it's gonna be on the cover. Mm-hmm. And then
you save that shit for the summons.
Yeah.
Not the
not every other move. So I wasn't used to that. It's overall a pretty good game.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but I guess it's just I'm not used to not trying to figure out the enemy or trying to.
Are you saying it's too easy?
It's too. No, it's like,
is this a baby game for babies?
Baby game for Molly babies. For trash. You're into your.
You can just say it. You can just say it. It's for.
I mean, yeah, it is.
You're
pretty
too good.
I'm too good. I'm too good. I'm the greatest.
I'm the greatest.
It's all a choice. Just Google it. No, I was kidding. I do like the story. It has an interesting element in that it's basically it's like the plot is like Footloose. Music's illegal.
Okay.
It's like its entire world is revolves around the idea of anyone who can sing is a witch or like a demon.
Okay.
Any person that can sing.
Possess.
They're witch. Yeah.
So
like
who
evil.
is in this world? Who is Satan / Kevin Bacon?
Yeah. Are all your party members witches?
No. Apparently.
Your character's a shit singer.
Apparently my childhood friend who adopted me. I got the short black hair.
Okay.
In the game. She's a witch.
She adopted you.
She adopted. Like her family adopted me.
Oh, not like another child adopted you.
Come here. Like, you're cool.
Or that means his childhood friend must have been like older.
An adult.
Adult man? No.
And they just consider themselves friends, not like parental.
Hey, oh no! I was gonna make a.
It's okay. We're obviously overthinking whatever.
No, it's great. It's great because it's all right. Like it's just something to kill time with. But I mean, I got it really cheap. I remember getting it at the Atlas booth for AX. Mm-hmm. They had like a huge sale. Like, oh, here's some of our 3DS games. $10, like $5 to $10.
I love when they do that shit.
No, like no tax, just straight
That's
up.
how I got the PS2 copies of P3, Fast, and P4.
Yeah. No,
I mean Catherine for like $10.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. But no, it was just. I mean, I got what I paid for. It's a pretty solid game. Like I can't. It's weird. It's tough to describe stuff that isn't really bad or really great.
Oh, okay.
It's just good.
It's just really solid. Yeah.
Okay.
Just solid.
Okay.
Give it an 8.
I was. Oh, thank you.
No. No, that one. What else? I finished reading Galko-chan around this time.
Yeah, how is that? You were talking that up.
Oh, it's great.
I should check it out.
It's up to 4 volumes. I caught up. No, it's still really great. I like all the small segments they do. I'm not again because like I was used to reading a lot of very heavier like psychological comics and books like Orasumi Pun Pun, Dead Demons, Dead Destruction, and then what was the book from Wayne Barlow. He did the Demon, God's Demon. Was it God's Demon?
It's God's Demon.
Yeah.
God's Demon. Yeah.
I was about to say Barlow's Inferno, but that's the name of the art book that followed it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it is just God's Demon. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's nice.
We could pull the book out, but like,
fuck that.
we're fine.
Too tired. But no, it's
I don't know if we said it on the podcast, but me and Nick literally just got off like an 8-hour thing where we just built tables.
Yeah, that sounds
for
hellish.
8 hours
That sounds hellish.
out in the sun.
Yeah, it's really showing.
It wasn't even indoors?
No,
No.
we did it in our driveway.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Should have been here earlier. We were listening to like Czarface and like Liquid Swords.
And just shadow boxing.
Oh, my God.
Or Chambers. I don't know.
You know, guys who don't look like they'll listen to Wu-Tang.
Hey, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, but Galvatron's really good. I still recommend it. The show is really good too. I remember watching the first 2 episodes.
I heard it's good.
It's good.
I watch it too.
Yeah, but I would also say I
Any shit to watch now.
Yeah, personally, I recommend because I know they're through an independent publisher, so instead of the usual black and white line drawing and shading, usually for manga, they allowed the author to do everything in color, but his own way. So you have different chapters and different color palettes and specific
Which is
segments.
really cool.
Yeah, he has a really cool style. I really dug. And there's really cool segments that showcase a lot of the characters. Like there's one character, Galko-chan herself, one of the main characters. Her whole thing is that she loves movies. She's a huge like movie nerd, and like the reason in a lot of the scenes she is like sleeping in class is because she spent the last night like binge watching movies or DVD sets, and she has segments of her talking about movies and like people do in real life. They'll talk about movies and how it relates to their life or like their takeaway. Like she talks about like Bloodsport and freaking.
Yeah, when Nick listed off the movies for me, it was like, okay, I'll read it.
Bloodsport. Yeah, it was Bloodsport. Children of Men.
Both handed.
Battle Royale. Did I say Blade Runner?
You didn't, but now you did.
No, Blade Runner.
Okay. Yeah, but no, she has a lot of segments like that. It's kind of like her relating to her life.
See, it is a mishmash of movies.
Yeah.
But it's all movies we like,
They're
and
all
it's all
good
movies,
Yeah.
and it's all movies we would talk about. Which is why I'm like, oh,
Okay, I get it.
okay, I know who this person is.
I know who this is now.
It's me.
It's- Oh, yeah.
I'm the only one. I thought I was the only one who talked about Bloodsport and Children of Men in the same breath.
Yeah. It was also really crazy to see how relatable a lot of the characters were in their kind of like their way of thinking. It's kind of like a Watamote,
Okay.
where not only her actions but just the mentality of like trying to avoid people or interactions.
Right.
Watamote is whoever wrote that.
Yeah.
Knows it. Like it not only was in it, but knows what makes that that.
Yeah.
And it's man. Well, okay, I'll just ask this question real quick in the middle of this thing. What was the moment in Watamote where you went, okay, no, that's too close. That's too close to me. Because I have.
Okay.
I'll just say mine real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine is when she's in the burger joint, McDonald's, and she sees people from her school show up, and she's like, no, oh man, I don't want to talk to them because what we're going to talk about are we even like close enough to, should I say anything? Would it be weird if I say anything?
Yeah.
And then she ultimately, which by the way I've totally had those thoughts, and then it's the moment where she goes, okay, I'm going to avoid them, and an image of a map of a route she will take pops up where I like cringed out of my seat and went, no, that's too, no, because I've done that exact thing where I've planned the path
to
avoid someone.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, okay, this show's good. This show's great. Whoever does this knows.
Yeah, I also can understand the criticism in that, well, I mean, subjectively, like, not everyone can relate to these type of, like, that type of mentality.
It's not an everybody thing, but for the people who it
hits hard.
Yeah, it hits so fucking hard, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
because that felt like a punch. Like,
that's where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? No, so for mine.
Okay, yeah.
For me personally, I found, wow, what hit me the most? Probably.
Was it the ant scene?
No,
okay.
What was the ant scene?
It's just where that gif comes from where it's just ants crawling up all over her because she was eating outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that one. No, I think it was
It's horrific looking.
I think it's two things. It was the whole daydreaming in class.
Yeah.
Like projecting yourself into protagonists of an anime. Or doing like a what if in your head of like, oh, who would you take out first? Or like trying to pass time. I found that relatable. I think the one also that hit me pretty hard was the restaurant scene where she went by herself and then she didn't know the name for all the sizes because she went to like basically their Starbucks.
Yeah.
Venti.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she wants a small, but he says, oh, can I? She says like quietly, can I have a medium? And then that person says, oh, venti. And then instead of correcting the person, she's like too anxious and doesn't want to.
Yeah, even though she knows the server is wrong, that's not what she's asking for.
Yeah.
She just goes along with it.
Yeah,
okay.
I've had that because
I got out of that pretty quick, but I have done that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't care right now.
Like, I don't remember what coffee.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, or kind of like making mistakes in public, and instead of like correcting it, you just keep going with it.
Yeah.
Because in your head you don't want to cause a scene. So stuff like that I found relatable.
What about that card scene?
The vibrator
where she cheats. Okay, hang on. No, we should be good.
Okay.
No, we're fine. Yeah. Okay.
This should not be saving tonight. Okay, and whatever, it's fine. Okay. Nothing worth cutting. It's good.
Okay.
No, it's
just all gold.
Anyway, what about that? What about that card scene, Nick?
What card scene?
Where I know you're a fucking cheater at Yu-Gi-Oh cards and you stomp little children.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that episode? Oh my
no,
god, that's like one of my favorite scenes. It's revealed that like, so she has a cousin, right? And her cousin thinks she's fucking. She thinks this girl's fucking rad. Like she's the coolest, even though we've literally had the entire series right now going just how broken this person is, and like she's so scared to keep up that illusion for her cousin, so she tries to, and then at some point she goes, okay, you're gonna see actually a real side of me, and showing the quote unquote real side is her going to a card shop. And, like a trading card shop, and she's playing all these like 10-year-olds, even though she's in high school, and all the kids are like, she's so good, she's so good. So her cousin, like, puts that as, she plays with kids, and the kids seem to really like her, and she probably helps them out for after school thing. And then she starts playing them and like stomping them at cards, like just kicking their asses. And her cousin's like, what?
Yeah, I remember.
And then the reveal is, I always forget the main character's. I'm just gonna call her Wanamote. Apparently she's hiding cards in her sleeves.
Oh my god!
And using that to cheat and stomp the children. And just the cousin is like, like
what?
Just world shattering, like, and it realizes, Wanamote needs my help.
Yeah,
like,
I
can't believe you don't remember that. That's such a good fucking reveal. Like,
dude,
I'm just her stomping 10-year-olds at Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
No, I don't relate to that at all.
No? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be weird, right?
Especially the cheating part.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I've stolen people's Blue Eyes White Dragons.
Yeah.
No. Shouldn't have left it out there. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, what else are you watching?
So,
what am I watching?
Oh, yeah, no. So Gaoko-chan's great, and you
Gaoko-chan,
like it, and it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Did I talk about how another manga I read, Grand Blue, is getting its own anime?
God, I keep thinking it's someone with porn, and like
you wish.
Yeah,
that's Grand Blue Fantasy. But the point, no, Grand Blue is the one with the scuba diving.
Scuba
it's all
diving.
comedy. The college kids. It's very fresh. It's just personally refreshing to see like college kids.
So after
We're
technical difficulties,
we're recording this 3 days later.
and snack break.
And a snack break. I've had one snack in 3 days and feeling energized.
So Nick, you're talking about your diving manga.
Nah, that's my week. That's my week.
Okay.
That's your month. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's gone on too long. We're good.
Okay. What have I done? A lot happened. Let me think. A lot. Oh, E3 happened. I guess we didn't talk about that.
You all attended?
No, we just.
Oh, you watched.
Just.
I watched all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just do a quick rundown of things we're excited for.
Yes.
And this isn't probably all of them. It's just things that come to mind. Devil May Cry 5, Tetris Effect is like the raddest shit.
Still is.
Yeah.
Best trailer.
Yeah.
Easily.
That's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, there's nothing else. There's
bunch of indie games. Yeah.
Oh, Smash Bros. I guess Ultimate.
Oh, they're making another Smash Bros.
Well, it's like it's just I don't want to give Smash too much airtime here because fuck that fan base. But I don't mind. But did you know this? Did you know that, like in the fighting game community, apparently Smash players smell worse and more than any other. No,
I didn't know that.
But it's specifically smell.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone has come to agree this.
Wash your ass.
Bunch of people were surveyed. Smash players all smell. And they're all cheaters. And they're all piss babies who like a piss baby game.
And
I'm making enemies. I don't care.
And they exploit glitches for techniques.
Yeah.
Techniques.
And they have to cheat and use special controllers that other people can't get a hold of.
Because in any other fighting game, that'd be cheating.
Right.
Because if I went, I don't care about. Look, dude, I don't care about Street Fighter. Let me shove my broken hitbox and let me block from both sides.
Yeah. Which is a problem.
Which is a problem.
Which is a problem.
And we view that as cheating.
That is
not
cheating.
Smash players.
Fuck it, it's Smash.
What a dark time, man.
Yeah.
It's a party game, and straight up the creator Sakurai is like, stop it. Stop playing it like that. Stop playing it the way. Yeah.
This isn't what Kirby would want.
Yeah.
Think of the children.
God, well, someone.
Alright, anyway, so I glossed over E3. It was so long ago that it doesn't even matter anymore. Like, all the news that's out there, it's out there.
It's all out there.
If you really care about my opinions, hit me up on Twitter, I guess.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what else did we saw Incredibles 2. Let's see. I graduated college. I've been working mostly.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then, I caught up on Arrested Development.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
We need to talk about it right now.
That's a really matter.
Yeah.
Ah!
So I'll set this one back. I haven't seen anything.
So I saw the remix. I watched the remix.
The recut of season 4.
Recut.
Yeah. So how do you feel like it?
I thought I liked it. I must have forgotten a lot that happened in the original. And I was like, wow, this is way longer than I than I totally remember. Yeah. It's a good thing they did that because I would not have watched and been lost.
Yeah.
It was still funny. There was still moments where I went, okay, now it's a little too much reminding me what happened last episode, and it almost comes off as if they're mad and pissed off.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. No, it's great. They're all horrible people, and
they're all monsters. Yeah.
They're all monsters, all of them.
What I kind of like. I was talking to one of my friends about Arrested Development, and I mean, we're both of the opinion that it's maybe the best American comedy written in the last.
I don't know. Archer's really
long time. Archer's very good. Let me make an argument for Arrested Development, but Arrested Development has a great trick that it plays on its viewers.
Okay.
And the trick is that it makes you think that while you're watching it, you're learning how to watch the show with a self-insert character.
Uh-huh.
And you think Michael is you.
Oh, yeah.
And then as you watch it, you realize, oh no, Michael is just, if not more fucked up than the rest of these people.
So, yeah. Because he's a product of all of them. So
He's a product of all of them, and honestly, doesn't really behave that differently from his family. He likes to pretend he does.
Yeah.
And the joke is
it's a joke everyone knows. Everyone goes, "Oh, you're gonna come back. It doesn't matter."
And that you the only reason you're doing it is not because you're not a good person. You like to feel like a good person.
That's why you want to fix people.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And that's why you're so oblivious to the way that you make other people miserable all the time. Anyway. Like us.
I guess.
And in that way, the show then suddenly posits like, no, actually, they're the most healthy ones. they see how broken they are.
Yeah, that's the only redeeming quality is that they're all aware.
So you saw 5? Did you watch 5?
Yeah, I watched 5. 8 episodes, right? Short.
That's the first half of 5.
And then when's the second half coming?
I believe the second half of 5 is coming this fall.
I will say one thing real quick out of the gate. They need to fucking end that show soon because people are getting old.
People are getting old. And they actually...
Michael Cera looks so fucking old now.
Yeah.
He's losing whatever, I'll look young.
Boyish charm.
That he's had through his 20s and into his 30s.
And I
actually don't know how old Michael Cera is, but he looks old.
He's our age.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's our age.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. I think he's like 26, 27.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, man. I think a perfect point to what you just said is actually in the last episode of season 5, where they've clearly, there's big parts of the show where clearly they've been planning on shit for a long time, and the writers are dying to get to this thing they've had in their head. And so when they get to the Tony Wonder trick of gay to straight to gay,
straight to gay.
Even the narrator kind of says and then there was a protest over a thing that I guess was kind of done away with as a cultural touchstone 3 years ago. And it's you really should have jumped on that sooner. I feel like Arrested Development, have we talked about how it's a reaction to Bushism,
you can completely see it.
Yeah. There's a dynasty of
and it's
people.
weird that now Lucille is looking at Trump campaign things.
So
because I need to know the timeline, or are they just inserting shit?
So season 5 is happening in late 2015 or 2016, something like that. And season 4 was happening in 2013, I think. And then there's a gap again.
Yeah. But
so here's what's weird to me on that exact point is that George Sr. was always supposed to be George W. was George Bush, and then Senior. Michael is Junior. He's someone who has a lot of confidence in himself, but again, isn't that great. No. And also has a brother who has a weird initialism name. Now in this world where they're now making fun of the current president, what I think is different is it's hard. They don't know what to do anymore. Yeah. And I think it shows just because they, even at the height of the show, I don't think they would have ever put Bush in the show. No. But they literally, I think the clip they use is when he describes building a wall and making Mexico pay for it. And the only thing they have is Lucille saying, "Oh my God, that's brilliant." Yeah, that's a brilliant twist.
That's the line. That's a good twist.
That's a good twist. So that the show,
but that joke also lends to the idea of reality has now copied fantasy.
It's not just that it's copied; it's surpassed it.
Yeah, it's surpassed it.
Reality is more surreal than this comedy. Yeah, and so that's the show saying, "Oh, reality, well done. Yeah, you have beat us." at fuckery and insane. Yeah. But I don't know, any standouts from season 5?
From season 5, what was a good one? God, I'm trying to think because there were moments that I did like laugh?
The one with all the...
Oh, the fucking hand. The
robot hand.
The monster. I forgot about the monster hand.
Yeah.
That's stupidly used.
This is literally one of the two things they tell us not to do with it.
And then it becomes a horrific like robot hand.
Oh my god, I do miss that. And that. Oh my god, yes. I think the cop character that they introduced is surprisingly funny. A surprising good well of comedy.
Which cop character?
The actual straight man. She's a cop who has no comedy, but is perfect for.
Yeah, that's why she's great. That's why she stands out so much because everyone's like, oh, there's a double meaning to everything.
Right.
You say, and no, it's just
no. She's a very simple woman. It's very direct.
Yeah. And
because Arrested Development kind of does make jokes out of every character.
Yeah.
And in that, again, season 5 is stepping out because I can't think of another time that they've ever had a character who was just, no, there's no joke. I'm just a normal woman who's not insane. It's, oh, fuck. I mean, everything with the beach house is very funny to me just because it's so...
Don't tell Michael.
It's a new
Comes
level
after,
of
don't
evil.
leave.
It's a new just evil and cruel.
Oh, yeah. It's like...
So it turns out that Michael's wife, when she was dying of cancer, was staying in a beach house.
Okay.
And that's the last place that they spent their weeks together. And in one of the rare acts of kindness, the Bluths sold the house so Michael wouldn't have to think about the place where his wife died.
And in his mind, it's like the nicest thing.
It's the nicest thing they've ever done for him. And it turns out they didn't. They just told him they did, and then kept going there anyway.
And then there's a rule that no one's supposed to tell Michael.
Literally on the wall is, no towels on the floor, don't tell Michael! Oh my god.
Oh, and one of my favorite jokes is Michael, like, coming up to the beach after diving, and, like, this mom and her child, it has to do with the beach house, and they go, oh, it's a wonderful beach house, right? He's like, oh yeah, and she goes, yeah, now it's like stupid valuable. And my wife used to live there when she had cancer, and she died. And then the mom goes, and the mom
just immediately
walks away and goes, no, she didn't. That man's lying. I don't know why. And it's so fast and natural, like.
And I also think about, like, because the show had been very good. At least the first 3 years, they really did not talk about Tracy.
Yeah, that was one thing that I was, like, thinking about in the 4th season. It was like, oh yeah, you know what? The mom's, like, hardly ever brought up.
She's very rarely brought up.
Yeah.
And then there's that. Actually, I thought it's really funny, and it's a very hard scene to pull off.
Okay.
Which would, in any other show, it would be drama. But they play it just the right way so it slips from a genuine moment into a joke. Is Michael and Job driving back to the beach house, talking, and Michael's having an actual emotional response where he's almost crying, talking about, like, you know what, I had to be the mother and father of my son. He didn't have anyone else taking care of him. And Job, like, says something almost empathetic to Michael, saying, yeah, it must have been really hard on you. But something about the way they then play it, and they drag out this moment of just silence. And I couldn't tell if it was a joke or a weirdly earnest moment.
Yeah.
And so I laughed. Because I'm broken as a person.
Yeah, okay.
But
that's okay.
But I don't know.
Then you have that problem where we laugh at things that we probably shouldn't.
Probably shouldn't. Probably not a joke.
I still have my favorite, like, I think it was Iron Man 3. Whatever Iron Man is with the kid.
Yeah.
And the kid goes, my, like, parents are dead or whatever. And it was such, like, a sad country song style, like, oh, bad childhood. I started laughing, and there was, father and his son in front of me. The dad turns around, like I'm some kind of
like a gum.
And then immediately as he turns around, Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark goes, "Yeah, kid, whatever, cry me a river." And everyone else laughs. And then he just turns back to his chair, and I hear him mutter "asshole," and I like almost died like
That's-
of laughter. That to me is the Iron Man 3 movie.
That is a beautiful moment. Also that scene where the kid is like very sad that Tony is going away, and he's like, "I thought we shared a moment. We did. Moment's over." And drives away. Oh my god.
Yeah. So the rest of it. Oh, and the shot of Job being found in one of those storage wars.
Oh fuck!
Things
Dressed as Jesus.
Yeah, it's so fucking
Oh my
great.
god! It's a very good show.
I'm sorry, I can't say much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a good show.
Also the so
Also, I forgot Alan Tudyk is is the father of Preach or whatever.
Oh yeah, Egg's dad. Yeah.
Just her.
Her?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were Air. That's one of my, it's such a good. They describe my Jew as pathetic. So.
Yeah. So that's. Yeah.
It's a really good show. So they're clearly setting up a lot of plot threads for the end of the season. The one that I thought was strangest was the Romney family.
Yeah.
That's a weird plotline, and I'm curious to see where that goes.
The what?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this reoccurring bit about the Bluths own land on the border in Mexico. And there's just like these men on horsebacks with like very caricatured Mexican outfits and dual guns, threatening people to get off their land.
Okay.
And like periodically, like, I think there's a scene where George Michael's like, "We don't want to agitate these Mexican natives." That looked like a bunch of white dudes on horses.
Oh, like the Mexican-American War.
Yeah.
Right, and it turns out these people are the Mexican side of the Romney family.
Yeah.
And it's a very weird plot point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
okay,
it's a good show.
It's a great show. I want to know what's coming next.
And it needs to end. I seriously think it needs to they need to close it.
They need a button on the show, which
otherwise they're gonna run into the same problem again, or they're gonna run into the problem I called out, which is everyone's getting really old.
Everyone's getting really old
on that show,
and I think the show would do well to have a community style button.
Yeah.
Find a good place to stop and stop.
Like
there.
I'm not even talking about Michael Cera looking old now. I'm talking about there's some actors and actresses on there who I love that are probably gonna that are pushing it.
Well,
in their lifespan.
Both the Bluth parents are old up there.
Yeah.
They're up there.
They are pushing it.
The guy who's been having sex with Lucille Estero.
Yeah.
He
Buster?
is. No, not him. The old man who has alopecia.
Oh yeah.
Who eats ice cream in a way that's so upsetting no one can look at him while he does it. He's like, I can't describe it really. He eats ice cream like an old man.
Yeah.
And it's a real bummer.
It's like Brad Pitt.
And he wears like a horribly fake.
Is it? Yeah. It is? Oh, that's bad.
It's bad. It's a bad time. It's a bad time.
It's gross.
Are you... and that joke... I mean, the wordplay is still super strong. As a last point. They had more English-Spanish jokes than I kind of thought. That was that kind of... The one that I did really like was... Job and his father go to Mexico to sleep with random women. And the bartender explains... These bars are from the two primos at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
They're like sixes. They're hardly primos. That's a joke that I think is very funny.
Oh, look at those hot women down the road. Yeah.
Or they're bushes.
Is that a hot sis? No, they're just trash bags.
They're just trash bags.
Yeah, does one of them have a cousin? Oh, this had a cousin? Yeah.
I feel like these shirts might have been a mistake. Pop, not horny.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. So what else? Yeah. I think me and you already talked about it off thing. I saw the new season of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh yeah.
Still good. Still It's still one of those shows where I think I've said it where it's like I may or may not laugh at the moment, like do a chuckle, but I'll smile and go, I'm gonna use that quote because that's really good.
It's strong.
So
that's very funny.
I see what you did. It's very humorous.
His new wife's just a clone of me. Like, actually just a clone of me.
That joke destroyed me. It destroyed me. Whose memories are these?
And then at the end of the episode, she just shows up out of nowhere with in front of the sun and goes, "No, I'm your mom."
I think it's clubbed with a bat.
No, and then the kid has a gun out of nowhere and like starts doing.
Fuck. This show is so strong. It's too bad it's ending. This is its last season.
Oh, this was the last season?
Again, like Arrested Development, it's broken in half. It's gonna have another 8 coming up soon.
Yeah. Dang, it's a shame.
Because I really like
because it is gearing up towards a thing and like okay, yeah, no, it's a really good show.
It's a very good show. What did you think about the mockumentary? We talked a little bit of the mockumentary.
Yeah. Dragged on a little long. Like to do a whole episode of that.
Yeah.
Plus, like, I know I'm supposed to hate the character, which I do because I hate those kinds of people.
Mm-hmm.
And there are things in there that are funny,
mm-hmm.
but it's like, yeah, it kind of just drags. I wish it was half an episode.
Yeah, I think we could have gotten away with editing it down.
Yeah,
quite a bit,
and still getting the very blatant point across.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I did enjoy. I think maybe one of my favorite parts about the episode was all the throwaways that Titus will take any job.
And he was in all those B-roll.
He's in all dressed as a leprechaun at one point for no reason.
The whole putting out a fire on like.
Is this going to turn into an orgy?
Is this the porno we're starting?
No, I like the one with the Teddy Roxbury.
White lady.
It's just. I don't know why it's so fucking funny.
But she got like secondhand right there.
Yeah, Teddy Roxbury and like.
It only screams white lady. Oh, that's really. I think actually one of the funniest characters was
that dad, right? The white man. Or was it like he's like, oh, I'm like, oh nothing can happen to me. I'm a white man.
Yeah. But that was from last season.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know.
No, he is very funny.
I knew I shouldn't have had him with his mother. He's half woman. It's like my favorite fucking. It's one I always try to use. Like
this can't happen to me. I'm a white man. Oh my God.
It's like something I use. I try to like squeeze in.
He's. Bobby Moynihan's character
is great.
Is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
All the women that I treat so nice, none of them ever want to go out with me. You work in a bridal shop. Well, even their moms. Or when Kimmy just beats the shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
And his immediate reaction is to scream, "You're a man! That's the only explanation!" Yeah, it's a very funny show.
It's very fun.
I thought they would do more with her job as the setting.
Yeah, they got rid of that pretty quick.
Yeah, they were in and out of that situation real quick.
That was also pretty surprising. Maybe because they knew it was going to be last season, so they were like,
we don't have time for this.
Yeah, that could have been a season where she stays at that job and adventures happen in and out. Yeah, or maybe it was always planned. Who knows? So it was really. I don't know why I did that. It's a good show. I don't know why I did the horse noise. It's.
God.
Guys are weird.
It's good. And let's see what else.
What else did you do?
Yeah, what else? Let's talk about. Well, since we're on movies, we did see The Incredibles 2. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It is more or less kind of the same movie. But I still had fun. Maybe because I wasn't holding out for 14 years for an Incredibles 2.
Right.
Which, by the way, how dare they ignore the Incredibles game that came out after the first movie, where they do fight the Underminer, and just completely ignore that canon, especially the GBA version.
Yeah, it's him on Frozone on the DS. Yeah.
How dare they?
How dare they?
Yeah.
Anyway,
It was awful.
moving on.
From that thing, we're all upset.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it, man.
I mean, I'm the only one in the theater, and I played the fucking video game, and they did the thing.
I did too. You see me fucking bragging about.
Also, Violet sounds old, like in this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she's old.
she's still fine, but she sounds.
And I don't know, Dash was close, but there were moments where I was like, "Oh, this is very different."
Yeah.
A very different performance from.
Yeah, Bob Hoskins kills it, and oh my god, what's her name that plays Elastigirl?
Oh
Ellen
shit.
Parr.
She's a great actress.
She's great, and like that's why it sucks that I don't remember. She's fantastic. So, and of course Bob Odenkirk playing lawyer PR man.
Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah, ever since Breaking Bad, dude, like just
That's all he can do.
no, he's just being typecast.
Yeah, I know.
He's
Because he did Bob and David. After.
Like Carlton, yeah.
He did do Bob and David, and he shamed his son on television. And it's
Yeah.
one of my favorite things. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite things.
Let's see.
Well, later we saw Fred Rogers' documentary.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
actually.
talk about that, please.
It's a tearjerker, man. Like, if you just want to see a man who tried to change the world, or well, just tried to help children in his head, it's really good. Addresses a lot of things, too, including his co-star being gay at the time.
Oh, the Postman, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
having to fake having a wife. Like, they go through that, and I think it has a really nice capstone on that.
Okay.
No, there's a lot.
Honestly, what else is there to say other than Fred Rogers is too good for this world?
Yeah.
But yet is exactly what this world needs, even now.
Mm.
Just like his philosophy behind everything, too.
Oh, just being kind. to
Yeah.
people, yeah.
And I was glad we got to see the actual, like, kind of darker mental side of him dealing with depression and, like, never addressing it as that because he probably just didn't know it as
Right.
that, but trying to deal with that in the show. Kind of looking at it from an artistic point of view rather than just a kid show. Yeah. No, it's like, there's not much to say other than I think everyone should watch it.
Okay.
Go cry a little bit because it's like that.
Yeah, what was it? What was it called? Neighbor, Won't You Be My Neighbor? Oh yeah,
Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Won't You Be My Neighbor documentary. So, so before this documentary, did I talk about it? How I read his autobiography.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did. I read his autobiography. It was forward with his wife, and most of the interviews were colleagues he worked with, or a journalist that got to know him, and then his wife as well. And his sons too. It was always interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stuff concerning that I already knew. What was one that surprised me? I guess one thing I liked was but they had animation segments.
The added animation segments help
Yeah.
convey that,
Yeah. So
especially the childhood stuff that went on with him.
So I did. I did talk about the whole thing with the postman, and then how they made him a police officer. He was a postman and he became a police officer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was the whole thing of
The idea was that, and they address in the documentary that he will be a positive black role model on children's television.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was specifically during, civil rights movements.
A very tense...
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood started in, the 60s.
Yeah, during the civil rights movement.
And it went... They aired till, 2002 or some shit?
His first episode, and I totally forgot this, is about the Vietnam War.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that.
Yeah. Well, no, he did that, and then before that, he had some segments where, remember, he was on stage and all the kids, he would listen to the stories. Remember that one? And then before that he was like the puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a puppet master for a different show, and it was kind of like him not liking how a lot of it was, a lot of slapstick humor, and that's it. And it was the whole thing. There was the whole thing of how at the time Well, later, like the Superman show started coming out. What was his name? Christopher Reeves. Yeah, Christopher Reeves. His show was coming out, and the whole thing about how there were kids who jumped off like second story or buildings or their homes or apartments, thinking they would fly. Yeah. There's a whole thing about Rogers. He was really passionate about how much it influenced a child, and then kind of like what responsibilities adult needs to take, and I mean, I guess for me it's just like it always felt kind of weird to me personally that to hear like, oh, what would Mr. Rogers say about this? What would he say about that? Like he died too soon or something like that. That guy, he did more than like people
than people ever
living. Yeah, so like, come on, like.
No, that's why I like this documentary. It's a celebration of his life.
Yeah, rather than just mourning it
and dressing, which is why I think I'm so taken to liking the whole story with the cop.
Yeah.
In the show, because to me that also showed that no, he was flawed.
Yeah.
Which is I think everyone needs to know about any hero, anyone that's idealized or idolized.
Yeah.
Because you have to know they're human, otherwise you just create this impossible reality.
Absolutely.
That's why I like it so much.
Something you can't reach.
Yeah, and then the natural progression of no, he addressed it. He fixed it, and he made sure to make up with his co-host.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
No,
that was one of the parts I got choked up on.
Yeah, because it was tough. Like it clearly was a tough situation because
it was very tough.
Because if the company found out, then no funding, and then they can't do the show. Then and luckily, like you said, they were all understanding about the situation. Because
but there was still that feeling of this isn't the right thing to do.
It definitely isn't. It's just
he eventually made up for it, which is the part I like.
Yeah. It was just it's one of those things like you don't agree with it, but you can understand the gravity of the situation to lead someone to decide that.
Yeah.
To go up to him and say, "Hey man, can you?" Not "Hey man," but he's like, "Hey," he's like, we can't let people know. People can't know.
This is the position we're being put in by the PBS.
By PBS, yeah. Because, clearly they stay in the documentary. No one was happy about the situation. No one was happy about the decision.
Yeah.
And then,
I think even Fred Rogers knew the right thing to do at the end of the day would have been to stand up and say, he is who he is outside the show. Whatever his character will be is whatever his character will be, but he is a person.
Yeah.
That should the whole fake wife thing is the hard part.
Yeah, that's dark. Yeah,
it was really dark.
That's really dark. Yeah.
So, but again, the part of him making up for that, making reprimands, is where I think.
Yeah.
Which is again why I like it so much. There is an actual closure to it.
And then there's that, and then there was the whole thing about they addressed Bobby Kennedy.
Oh.
Because then the puppet asked, "What is assassination?" to the guest. So he did a lot he did address a lot of that.
I forgot how fucking beautiful the song is. Where I'm not good enough.
Oh yeah.
Or am I not good enough?
Oh, wow, yeah.
The duet. I totally forgot how
that,
fucking good that song is.
Yeah.
Just lyrically.
No, that's never not.
I want to go learn it on piano because I like it so much.
And Fred wrote the music for the show.
He wrote all the music, wrote all the lyrics, apparently was very strict about what the dialogue was going to be.
Wow.
Because he was trying to convey messages across. And me having just read a bunch of modernist plays, you can understand that position. But yeah. What else did you think?
No, I was thinking that what was one of them? Oh yeah, he talked about. Well, they talked about the whole thing of the media trying to find. They're doing that thing where they were trying to find something
because this person can't exist.
Yeah, right. They're oh no. Well, yeah, they try to find an angle and then they try to reach for stuff.
Yeah.
There's the whole thing about how he's probably gay, and then you want a gay man telling your kids to say things like
the complaint of telling kids they're special.
Yeah.
That was a big
like spoiled kids. And,
which when even while I was watching the documentary and thinking over, I was like, yeah, if that's the message you got from that, then you're probably already broken and like misconstruing shit, because that is not at all the message I'm receiving when he says that. Especially with the song "You're Good Enough," like like which is just
you're gonna tell people they're good enough.
Well, we gotta make headlines. We gotta make some money. You know, if they don't believe it, they still got headlines. Like, it's crazy. Like, they're reaching for stuff, and there was like the whole thing about
how dare these kids think progressively and not adjust to our world. Is almost exactly what someone said.
Well, they said like entitled, like they
they feel like things should change for them.
How dare they?
There was the whole like they're trying to the whole correlation of like people being raised that they're special, therefore they think they're entitled or above,
or demanding change.
Yeah. Then there was that,
topical,
and then there was there was that, and then there was the funeral with the Westboro Baptist Church, like they were protesting his funeral. Yeah, and then
Westboro.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they were there.
That I remember reading in the book, like an autobiography.
What specific complaint did they have with Fred Rogers?
He tolerated.
He was so tolerant.
He tolerated gays, therefore he was for him and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And then
they were protesting his tolerance.
Jesus fucking Christ!
No,
that's like a literal line from the movie.
No, but it does show like it's just people just trying to reach and trying to confirm like any bias.
No,
Like no matter the extent, like
photos of the little kids. In
little
crowds,
kids,
like
the parents.
Is really rough.
Yeah. And it was like, they interviewed one of Roger's close friends about the situation, because he was the one who went over and asked him like, what are you protesting? He's clearly not gay. And then they said, well, he was tolerant of them. So, and then that's when he saw the children who just looked tired and exhausted and clearly clearly they have no control over
just raised in a really bad environment.
Well, yeah, when you watch there's that documentarian, Lenny, very French last name, I forget. He's an English guy, but he's very French. And he sat in on them for like a few weeks. And it is, you're right, it is fucking disturbing.
Yeah.
Just because you have like these tiny children who, I mean, almost all of Westboro are relatives.
Yeah.
As I understand it.
Yeah.
And you have like these people, and like so they'll bring the kids out to military funerals and things like that, and you have like this adorable 5-year-old child who will say the most just disgusting, clearly parroting something that they've been told over and over and over again. You know, they want to make America a faggot haven, and so they have to be punished. Such and such and such. You know, that sort of thing is.
It's horrible.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer.
But it's definitely, I think the documentary did a good job kind of showing how, I mean, even if a person like may not agree with some of Mr. Rogers' like beliefs, or like they even interview like people who worked with him. Yeah. And he said, you know, like, I don't personally agree with some of his philosophy, but I do respect him. Mm-hmm. So I think it's important to make that distinction. Obviously, that you know, if you can just disagree with him, doesn't mean you hate him or disrespect them or against them. It's just you just have a different viewpoint because you're a different human. So
there are places for ideological like compromise and discussion, and it's frustrating that it's harder and harder to find that kind of a discussion to be had. Yeah. But
especially when things are becoming more and more extreme.
Well, yeah, and then you get people
it's like tribalism.
It's absolutely.
Yeah.
But then you get and then you get people who want to try and take advantage of that discussion. I think also. Like
kind of like showboat, kind of like
teacher control extreme views, but it's harder to get out of an extreme view, especially when the subject matter is so extreme. Yeah. And when that subject matter demands you to stand firm ground. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, we don't have to unpack all that, but yeah.
Well, no, because like,
That's not that kind. This isn't that kind of show.
No, with Fred Rogers, I really like the documentary. I don't know. Maybe I didn't personally get as emotional as everyone around me because it went as like with families and relatives. Right. Mm-hmm. I think it was just because I knew personally a lot of the stuff.
Oh yeah, you already read all this stuff.
So it was kind of like it was interesting to see a retelling.
You're crying with the book.
I was tears in the book. Yeah. No, but I definitely
pages are starting to flake now.
They're like,
why are they
shattered.
stuck together?
No.
Oh,
it's pure. It's Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
Get your head out of the gutter again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What was the other stuff like? Like Mr. Rogers was like a secret war.
That he wore sweaters to cover up tattoos. I
had heard soldier.
Yeah.
And,
which is weird because there's video of him swimming.
And no tattoos.
And there's nothing.
And I know that people.
Because even if there's makeup, it would have
run off in the.
Yeah, this is 70s, like 16, 70s. Makeup.
Because I know that people had also tried to, in part of the discredit, I don't know if they talk about it, because I had people say, oh, Mr. Rogers, I heard some things, hangs out with children an awful lot, such and such.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Again, people clearly just trying to throw mud at him and make something out of nothing. But yeah.
But I don't know, one thing I did like was, I won't spoil much in the movie, but I will say there is definitely towards the end they kind of talk about like, the whole thing of what Mr. Rogers do in this. What would he have to say about this, or what can he do? Mm-hmm. He should be here and solve problems. Like, no, he was a man of his time. Yeah. And he set an example. And if you have to keep relying on a different person,
then he failed his job.
And he failed his job because his thing was to teach you and you to live your life. But if you living your life is expecting him to keep giving you answers. Right. Instead of you finding your own and interpret, like, that's not, like, what are you doing if you're just waiting for another person to solve what are you doing? Like,
I like that, actually.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, it's great to have people who set a good example for you, but the point of an example is that you learn and figure out stuff. Yeah.
And you add it to your own experience rather than trying to emulate an experience.
Right. Because it's easier to wait than it is to
do something.
Yeah. Good hype.
Yeah,
I like that. I will watch.
Yeah, it's really worth your time, man.
No, definitely watch it.
It's in select theaters, so make sure you see where it's at.
Probably the ArcLight at least.
We saw it at AMC Norwalk. So
really?
Yeah. So if it's there,
okay,
go check it out.
Right.
But I would definitely get it. Like,
I'm gonna buy whatever release it comes on.
Oh, it's that okay.
Definitely.
I'll buy the collector's edition with the Fred Rogers action figure.
It has a holographic thing where he's taking his shoes off.
You ever see the Black Dynamite episodes of him?
Like where he fights Fred Rogers?
Yeah, they didn't use that one. They did talk about like all the late shows making like parodies and.
Well, they're talking about the ones at the time.
At the time, yeah. So there's the whole Eddie Murphy one, then like there's the Carson one.
I remember
which apparently he approved of the Eddie Murphy one.
Yeah.
Because he knew Eddie Murphy was just like doing a send up.
Right.
Yeah, the Carson one is just
definitely not okay.
I was watching that and I went, wow, this isn't even funny.
What was Carson's bit?
It was just him boxing. Who was it?
No, it was that was.
Which one was the boxing one? Because the boxing one was the most unfunny. Just nothing happening.
It's not Living Color. It's I think it was SNL. It was like one of the early ones. Okay. Where it's like Fred Rogers. He's fighting. Who was it?
I don't know, dude. I don't fucking remember.
I remember, yeah, but it
went on for so long. I was like, nothing's happening. There's no jokes are being told.
Then
the joke is it's Fred Rogers fighting.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, and then there's like the Carson one where it's like the joke is that Carson's Fred Rogers and he's like sleazeball whiskey, like smacks the women around.
Oh, he's like a scumbag secretly?
Yeah, scumbag. Like, oh, can you say hooker? Like,
okay. Okay, yeah.
Jokes were different.
Jokes sure were.
They sure were.
Hey,
Chris's hot take: comedy has changed.
Let's talk about all the way that comedy's different now.
Well, 9/11.
Look, I don't want to blame 9/11, but
I still think that's like one of their best enders. Like, thing ever.
this.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not one that ends on a pop. It's one that's it's just a realization of, oh, that's what this whole episode has been about.
Yeah.
But to be clear, Daniel, your point is 9/11 changed everything. I'll start.
Yeah.
Twix.
Yeah.
Michael, is your point television isn't real? Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess it is. Oh man. Those episodes legit helped me as a writer, because like then I would just write something and go, what's my point here? Oh, my point is this very simple thing apparently.
Yeah. Aim high.
Yeah.
This is what I learned from that. Yeah.
Life's a dirty game. You gotta play dirty to win.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Is that The Wire? That sounds like a line from The Wire.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I wish.
Fuck. So what else? What else
What's
I
he
watched?
doing? Yeah.
I think I haven't gotten to read much. I've been very busy actually with work ever since I graduated. I read the first 2 volumes of Part 2 of JoJo. It's JoJo. It's great. Go read JoJo. I've been playing video games. I got back into Hyrule Warriors, Switch version. It's great. It's exactly what I would want on a portable thing if I want to like kill time. That game has a stupid amount of content. Like it's still in my opinion one of the most bang for your buck like games ever. Just stupid amounts of content. Like there's no way I can ever complete it. Like there's no possible way. Well, I caved in. I got back into. Well, I only played it for 2 weeks for a trial, and I finally started on FF14.
Oh, you
the
garbage.
MMO. Yeah.
You fucking person.
level 25 tank
Ugh.
marauder
Yeah.
right now with the level 11 pugilist class.
I can't sleep at night because I always hear him playing.
It's only been twice now. It's only been twice that I've done the late night.
Too many. It's one too many.
Yeah, I just need one more friend to join on, so we can run a full 4.
Nope.
Yeah,
And do all the things. Yeah, I'm trying to convince Goncha right now.
Oh. Yeah, that'll work.
Because apparently there's PS4 and PC crossplay, which I didn't know about.
Oh.
By the way, did you know when you sign up for 60 days, like I did, and like out of the gate, you get the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children costume set?
Don't cry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks terrible, dude. I hate it. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
I haven't put it on. I was like, my character looks too good to wear this. I fucking love my character. I don't care.
No, it's cool. I did like
If you're ever on the Cactuar service, Cactar, whatever, Charlie E. Cheese is the name of my character.
You want to hit me up?
Yeah.
That's Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times I've been stopped by people saying your name's great.
Really?
Yeah. It's like twice now.
So you can and you do.
Yeah. I couldn't hit in the moment, but then I was able to do the math.
I would put like Merrimack cheese or something like that.
Oh,
I mean, I like Charlie E. Cheese.
No, Charlie cheese is great. I'm not.
Mac tonight.
Big Mac.
I feel like, but see, I feel like someone took that because it did become like viral, like for a little bit.
It did for a minute.
Yeah, so I want to say someone would.
And then I got hacked.
Charlie E. Cheese spelled perfectly on the thing. No one else took it.
Some misspellings.
Looks great.
Yeah.
My character's great. My character's she's so fucking tall. She's so much taller than everyone else in the game. And I didn't even put her on the tallest setting, but she's like everyone has to look up at her.
Yeah.
She's great because one of my friends who I play with right now, he is a potato. Well, they're called Lalafels, but they're potatoes.
Okay.
Walking potatoes. And he's like, dude, your character's so fucking tall compared to mine.
Okay.
So yeah, like I could stomp on his character and like, or just accidentally step on him and death.
But no,
she's great. I love her.
Yeah. He has a problem.
I do have a problem.
Also
You
with
that
the
crack
game.
like a dish can.
You know, it's fine to admit you have a problem. I've been told repeatedly. So,
We
also played this one game, Cultist Simulator.
Oh, there we go.
what is that?
Which is a single player card game.
Yeah.
There's progression.
It's the first game where I actually pulled an all-nighter in years. Like I actually.
Yeah, that surprised me. Cult Simulator is fucking addicting. Like,
can you tell me? So it's a driving game? What?
No, you. It's a card game.
Okay.
And it's sort of like resource managing, a little bit crafting in there.
Okay.
Anyway, you start off as a character with certain. You start off with either like money or a job or something, different starting points, and your end goal is to create a cult and to have a legion of followers.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really. I just got stuck on like a certain area, and I was in this vicious like loop of, well, I can stay alive forever. I just need to know what the fuck to do.
Right.
And I didn't want to look online because that ruins the whole point of the game of trying to find out.
Yeah.
It just couldn't for the life of me like get through it. That game's great. That game's totally worth $10 if anyone has. That will satisfy you for at least 2 nights. Like that's of just non-stop playing.
Okay.
Very addicting. It's really good. Yeah, you just trying to. You can do rituals and like summon shit and like have detectives follow you and like hire hitmen to kill them or use followers to kill them. Yeah, it's pretty great. Oh, there's that horse noise again.
Who let that horse in?
No, but Ian, I think you would like it because it's
Yeah, you might like it.
I like.
It might run on your laptop, dude.
Yeah,
like, for $10.
It's just a tabletop.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like games like that. That sounds like up my alley.
Yeah.
I started to play this game that's based on Edward Gorey's like children's books. He was like a goth writer for kids. And you know.
I don't.
Oh, sorry.
Because I'm not important. I'm just here.
And
think you're here for flavor.
You're the
whipped cream on top.
I was gonna say the umami, but
yes,
yes.
I'm all the ice cream.
And what am I?
You're the bowl.
I'm the I'm holding this together. I'm the Michael. Oh.
Yeah, because eventually if I was left to my own devices, eventually all these episodes would evolve into me going into my existential like thing, and every episode would end with, "Oh, it doesn't matter."
Anyway, nothing matters. We're all in a void. Good night, everyone.
None of this actually matters. This was just a waste of time.
Until I feel like it. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's really that's all I can think of. That's gone on with me. So move on to you, Ian.
Okay. We running long?
You might want to start doing that story sometime soon.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to just make that your month, or you got anything like in particular?
I went out and did a thing.
Oh, what did you do?
So I can talk about that. I went to Janelle Monáe's concert. Janae Monet's concert.
Oh no, that.
She's a singer.
Yeah.
She does the rap. She does rap and R&B, and it's kind of psychedelic hippie vibe, I guess.
Okay.
Was it good? Did you?
Was it good?
I actually had a good time. I had a really good time. So.
You sounded so insecure as you were trying to explain the thing.
No, it's
music. It's music.
It's music. It's
sweet music.
I won't lie. It's not something that's like I don't have a lot of experience in that realm of music, but I enjoyed her particularly. She just released an album called Dirty Computer, and so before when I found out I was going to go to the show, which was maybe a month ago, I got sent her movie music video, which she made a music video for her whole album. And it's very cool. It's a high-concept sci-fi dystopia wherein people who cannot conform to the Orwellian ideal have their brain wiped. And basically every track is just her having memories of her, like, progressive lifestyle that is against the state. So it's fun. And so she comes out and she does this performance. So here's what I want to say about that. And I'll talk about an old woman in a second. So Janelle Monáe kind of she really blew up just before this album dropped.
If she was so popular, how come I didn't hear about her?
So sorry.
Well, clearly she's not important.
Yeah, she's clearly not important. She really blew up because she came out. She came out right before the album dropped, as bi, and as having been dating one of the actresses from Moonlight, and like that became like a big theme of her new album. And
was
so
coming out, or
her like coming out and
the whole process,
and and then it came in June, so Pride and all that overlapping. So I was told that this concert was going to be happening, and I was very excited, and I was recommended, oh, y'all, you should probably dress up. People are going to, dress up for the show, and so I thought I'd wear like my weird semi-military jacket, and go out there. Now I was under the impression that this was going to happen the second week of July, on a Friday.
Okay.
And then
it obviously wasn't that.
It was not that. The Tuesday before recording this.
Oh wow! Okay.
At like 8, I got a phone call that was like, "It's happening Thursday, so be ready to go on."
Oh,
Thursday.
So that was last night.
That was last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last night.
I don't give a shit about that.
So I had 2 days to get my shit together. So we go out. This is the thing. Okay, about the old woman.
No wonder you couldn't record last night.
Yes. So I go to meet up with all my friends who are going to go. And so I think each of us had a different idea of what dressing up for the show was.
Okay, that's great.
This is pretty great.
I dressed up like I was going to like a faculty party. I was in like a button down and formal wear. Yeah. Like black on black on black.
Suit.
I was wearing a suit.
Fucking tool.
One of the people I went. So I go to meet up with my friends.
Well, I was wearing a mesh shirt and like pacifier.
So this is in. I don't know if this is particularly topically relevant, but I feel like it is. This is in Bell. I meet up with my friends in Bell.
Oh, I forgot to say Happy Pride Month because it will be like.
Oh yeah, this is the end of Pride Month. Yeah. Happy Pride, all y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Except the other months.
Where you need to keep that. Anyway, so we came out.
Oh, there was a good line from someone. Why is it Black? It was like Black History Month. Why isn't it just week or a day? And then I remember reading someone wrote a line that was along the line of, it would be a whole year, but like white people have that, so
right?
People.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Because it sucks. We need the special thing. It should be all the time.
It should be all the time.
Isn't it just American history?
Right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of it,
isn't it?
It's a lot of it. So I came out. So we're walking out to the car.
Okay.
And when I met up with my friends, they were dressed, weirdly conservatively. Actually, they were all in like these very baggy, button-up shirts, and I just realized that's because their actual concert clothes were maybe not something they wanted to alert their families to. Don't worry, they don't listen to this. Okay. They won't know who this is. Okay. So when we got out onto the street,
no names.
The shirts came off, and one of them definitely looked like he was going to a leather event. Like it was like leather pants and like a apparatus sort of situation.
Who do you hang out with? Like,
don't worry about it. And then my other friend had like a bi shirt, like a big 3-block thing. It was very groovy. And as we walk across, and I'm in my flashy Russian outfit, I just see this old Hispanic woman standing on her porch, just super not into it, not having a good time seeing this happen. But what you said made me think of that immediately. Just how dare they?
Wow, I even nailed the context.
Well, it makes sense. It was in Bell because that's where all the important people are.
That's right. That's where all the
the feelings, so that what they think is important.
That's right.
You in this fucking line, dude.
That's my shtick. Bible black and important.
Only important people get to do it.
Only the important people. But no, the concert was great. Mm-hmm. It was up in Los Feliz. Okay. And I don't know. It was very groovy.
I thought it was called Los Feliz.
I may be whiter than the rest of you. It's not.
Yeah, like Los Feliz. Yeah.
It's just weird. We have like, no, not almost the same.
Look, Kanye was just there. Yeah,
Kanye.
No, but the show is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the singer Grimes? Are you familiar with her?
The only one I know is Rick Grimes. That's it.
Yeah. Grimes, she came out with a killer album. She's having sex with the millionaire who shot his car into space right now.
Elon
Musk.
I want to put all the rich people on an island away from everyone else, Musk.
That's right.
Why does everyone forget about that? Like, I feel like...
Because he's the likable supervillain. He's likable. We went over this, and he's the best. They keep going back. Like, I gotta keep explaining.
Did you guys catch Cody Johnson talking about Elon Musk for like a?
I'm
half
actually
hour?
pretty behind on the some more news type stuff because I gotta catch up.
It's really good. That Elon Musk is literally describing supervillain-esque.
Yeah.
Like shit. Like he was talking about
the island.
The island.
The island.
He talked about like how America needs a public transportation system, which I agree with. That's great.
Yeah.
And they were then like, "What are you gonna, Elon? What are you gonna do with all the dirt from this excavation you're gonna do to dig out these tunnels?" And he's like, "I was thinking I could turn the bricks into like life-size Lego bricks, and we could build like fun places for my friends." And then Cody Johnson apparently is the one who's like, "Or you could build cheap housing for poor people." To which he, for some reason, did not respond.
Out of Legos.
Out of Legos, yeah, like dirt. Like he was talking about baking the dirt into.
They're still poor. It's just colorful now.
Yeah.
What's the whole problem of? Like, there's no way you can ever see that perspective anymore. Like, it's he's far beyond.
He's too likable. I gotta keep explaining. Have you seen his smile? Have you seen his shirt?
I like Nick going through life of he's too charismatic. That means he's evil, and there's nothing we can do about it.
And I'm right. That's the worst branch game.
I feel that way about John Lithgow. He's so charismatic. Yeah. He could definitely get away with some shit.
Has he? Don't tell me John Lithgow. That one would actually like get to me.
That would hurt me.
Yeah.
He's so. Oh man.
I'll live.
He's such a good fucking actor.
Such a good fucking actor.
But is he the best?
Apparently, he's the nicest person in the world.
Yeah, he's
everyone
really
who
sweet
ever
man.
talks to about it.
I don't know him
But
personally.
who knows, dude?
Who knows what
Everyone said
anybody
that about
ever.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, they did.
That turned out bad.
But he wasn't the best. That's where they messed up. Same with George Takei. He wasn't the best.
Kevin Spacey got close.
Oh man.
George Takei went far, but not far enough.
Oh, this is her. Oh.
Well, the George Takei one's the weirdest one because, like,
I think after the fact there was like
there's a lot, yeah. And then there's even
that's true.
The story's way more complicated than it came out to be.
Yeah.
Because I remember looking into that.
It's not like with Spacey.
Because that was when I actually went, oh yeah, I don't know. It literally would have been a I had to be there thing. Like,
it seems like a very personal. Like you would have to.
Which it sucks.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But no, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, so I was just going to say that Grimes. A fantastic musician from here in LA, and she's released a bunch of shit. But she wrote a song with Monet called Pink, which is about eating out. And there's a bunch of
I wasn't actually like that far off with mine.
Yeah.
Like what I thought that song was talking about.
It's
about vaginas.
It's about vagina.
About the singer.
The
singer's vagina.
Yeah, it's about the singer's vagina. So when we get there, I need
It's
you.
like that singer from Bob's Burgers that.
It's not subtle. It isn't subtle, guys.
Everything is supposed to be political, but it's
really about her vagina. It's hot. It's the part where she says it's making everybody sick. It's one of my favorite. But the only reason I mention it is because when we got there, we realized that even with my friend in his apparatus, we were underdressed.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, there was a bunch of like.
It was fursuits. You had to be in fursuit.
No. I mean, there was like a bunch of fancy lesbians everywhere, and isn't that the story of my life? But there was a party of like 6 people who had gone, and they had sewn costumes to mimic like her music video.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So they had ballet tights that had what I would describe as torn apart like back loofahs to make giant lips out of their legs.
Yeah.
And I just thought, well, nothing's going to compare to that. So I'm fine with whatever I'm
wearing fancy. Yeah.
And then you saw the one.
You should have just gone shirtless and wore a tie.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Damn it!
Now you saw the guy with the Savage Dragon shirt. You know, like, wait, that's a mirror.
That's what. Oh my! I was the Savage Dragon the whole time. No, anyway, her concert was great. She did a bunch of songs from her new album, and then she jumped around a bit.
Cool.
It's cool.
And then she talked about, just like being active and in the community. But no, it was great. It was great. I mock only because I can't have real feelings, and so so that was my story.
Actually, I was like thinking about that, like this whole idea that I have to use comedy in order to process anything.
To process a real feeling,
like anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone it even I'm like it comes off cold
sarcastic
sometimes.
But I mean it.
Like just an asshole. Yeah. It's
yeah, you're really cool.
It's like one of those famous lines of, "Are you being sarcastic?" I don't even know anymore.
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
It's one of those like.
Yeah, man.
Or I have to make a joke at like the darkest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way I can fully process
it.
And I know how like I should probably not do that.
Oh, it's probably not healthy.
But it's become like a reaction now, and it sucks. Like,
that's just the way my brain handles anything. Yeah.
We should do a whole psychology episode where we just talk about how broken me and you are.
I'm not ready to cry.
If you guys both finish Pun Pun, we can do that.
I might. I'll do a whole expose on doing a whole expose on the uncle. Like,
oh my god.
And why it's tragically sad that I relate to.
We both have to finish it because I would like to have a second. I think it would.
I really want to.
That would be a really heavy.
Done with episode 2?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So anyway,
cool.
Yeah, I did that. I finished reading "I'll Be Alone." "I'll Be Gone in the Dark" by Michelle McNamara.
Oh, yeah. Can I borrow that from you?
Yeah, totally, man.
Okay.
It's so good. It's excellent.
Okay.
And the end is just so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, because you read about 250 pages of an amazing book on crime journalism.
Yeah.
That's really well constructed. It has great science and it has great psychology breaking down who the Golden State Killer is. And then you get to a part in the book where it's just a transcript. You're just reading notes that Michelle took where she's talking to Paul Holes, the criminologist. And you're like, oh, I don't know what's... And then the literal next section ends with editor's note, Michelle McNamara passed away on April 2016.
Yeah.
And it's just so fucking crushing.
Is it like, oh,
because
no, I mean, but the book hasn't really set it up. It just kind of there's long sections that explain, like, this section probably would have been even longer or more edited, except an editor had to come in and do it, not Michelle or whatever. And then that just kind of hits so hard. But I mean, the introduction is done by Gillian Flynn, who did Gone Girl. Yeah. And the closing is done by Patton. Yeah. And
that's gonna be a tearjerker for me.
And then so the very last thing you read is Michelle McNamara wrote a letter to the Golden State Killer. Yeah. And it's a beautiful piece of writing. The whole book is a beautiful piece of writing.
That's gonna be a tough read for me then.
It's gonna be I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty emotional. Yeah, I got kind of emotional reading it.
For I don't know if I ever made it clear on the podcast, but like Nick and Ian know, and it's he's one of your favorite comedians too. Like Patton Oswalt was probably the most important comedian for me, like growing up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So a lot of that stuff hits pretty close. Yeah. And like if you, as like I've said before, like you view idols as humans, the downside to that is when they go through emotional stuff, you start feeling it too, and it's weird because you're not related or you don't know them personally.
It's not your suffering, but you care
feel
so
this
much.
Profound empathy for a person, that you've never met in person. Like
you met him in person.
I did at a book signing, but that's like
that's not
I sat down, we had a conversation type deal, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Although he did, I think I was the only one who brought up Big Fan. and that
He was so good in that movie.
It bums me out that more people didn't watch that movie because he's great.
Yeah, it sucks. It was a great film.
It was a really good film.
I really liking it.
Also, people don't really like Young Adult, and I thought Young Adult was.
I haven't seen Young Adult.
I haven't seen Young Adult.
I had a friend who watched it in high school, and he was like, "It's good, but all the Paddington bits are like fucking amazing."
Oh, they're soul crushing.
Yeah.
They are
the most depressing thing. And I was like, yeah, okay, I want to watch it, and I just never got around to it. You know what? Maybe I'll catch up on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll watch that. Yeah, I gotta find a copy. But.
So yeah, please read.
Yeah,
I'll be gone. I'll pass it on to you maybe tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So really quick, I want to tell this other story, which is a complete tonal shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll probably end it on this.
Okay. So I want to talk about how Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't belong on People magazine.
Okay.
So,
ooh.
Hot takes.
What is this? I don't even know.
Is it hot? Is it like a steaming hot? Is it like you preheat it?
This is broiling. This is
oh, okay.
So
I don't even know what you're talking about. So maybe it is like a hot take.
I'm gonna take us. This is a while ago. I'm taking us back 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The year 1998.
Okay.
Titanic just came out last year.
Okay.
And so People magazine is really
Hey
getting...
Arnold premieres next year, and
that's oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
SpongeBob too.
SpongeBob
We're
in
such
that
fucking nerds. Anyway, go.
Let's talk about other shit from 1999.
Let's see
what else is important?
What else premiered?
The close of Animaniacs, I think was that year.
Show premiered.
Yeah, the show did premiere.
All that wouldn't premiere until 2 or 3 years later.
No?
Yeah.
Which that always weirded me out. Kenan Kel came first. Like that's like weird.
Doesn't that make no sense to you?
It makes no sense to me.
Anyway.
Am I wrong? maybe
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's the world. They're wrong. So
Kenan Kel's a better show. Hot take. What are we gonna go now?
Then all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda show?
I think it's more consistently funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Drake and Josh or Kenan Kel?
Fuck.
Kenan Kel.
I go Kenan Kel too.
Drake and Josh is close. I know.
It is close, yeah.
They kill Oprah, and I feel very emotionally.
They don't kill her. They
mortally wound.
Wait, Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They killed Oprah.
They killed Oprah.
No, she doesn't die. Like
Drake goes to jail for murder.
By the way, like one of the most non-closure things about that show is that they never actually meet Oprah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a little
I wanted Oprah on the show once.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. I would have done an episode where everyone else meets Oprah
except for them.
Josh. No,
and
except for Josh.
They keep doing a thing where like she walks into a room just as he leaves or something. Oh, that
See, in my head, that's like comedy gold, even though it's super like
that's super
hacky.
classic Fuller House shit. Okay. So anyway, People magazine was getting really interested in the internet because that was new and fun and mysterious. And so they said, this is going to be our first time we're going to...
Doom comes out next year. Anyway.
God damn it. They're gonna open...
Wolfenstein came out last year.
Keep going.
They're going to open up the election for...
I'm totally getting those wrong, by the way.
They're going to open the election for Sexiest Man of the Year to the internet. It's going to be a popular vote poll instead of the editors of People.
Okay.
Now, People had a short list of 4. And they were pretty convinced that DiCaprio was going to win because he was in Titanic, and yeah, of course. But Ain't It Cool News was also a website that existed and was friends of the Howard Stern show.
Okay.
And so Howard Stern, with his friends, got a write-in candidate for People magazine.
Okay.
Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf, who is apparently a regular fixture on the show.
No, he is. Because I've heard that name a lot. So like.
And Hank, that's literally what he did. He would just get hammered on the radio. And
I don't even watch Howard Stern show. I just know a lot of people who do. And like,
I've never actually watched the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, same.
But so Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf, literally his whole shtick is he's an insult comedian who gets hammered on the radio and is a dwarf. So Howard Stern asked Ain't It Cool News, do you think you could get my friend to win this thing?
Yeah.
And so they sent a thing out on all the message forums. Hank, the Angry Drunken Dwarf, won Sexiest Man of the Year, 1998.
Okay.
With I want to get this right. 117,000 votes.
Okay.
Oh.
Which is a lot for an internet back then.
Leonardo DiCaprio came in third with only 25,000
Oh,
votes.
so now the real question is, who's second?
Who's second?
The
People
Iron
who-
Sheik.
Really?
Yes.
Fucking. Oh, shit.
Jabronis!
So now the revelation in this story is one of two things. One, some other website.
Yes.
Fucking.
Or two, Iron Sheik is a sexy man.
Gotta think about this
God,
guy.
I want to see that cover.
But
29-inch.
It's fucking bullshit.
When I was working at orientation at my college.
Yeah.
I wore an Iron Sheik shirt, because I just didn't dress that day because we had to get up early for thing, and a friend of mine was doing, and I was just just saying Iron Sheik sayings, and they're all these horrible
Yeah, they're
things.
horrible.
And everyone's like, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh at that. And then my friends would bring it up later, and then it was one of those things where, I didn't find out they thought it was funny until later.
But People Magazine welched. They
Do I
did
still
not.
have that Iron Sheik shirt? Anyway, go ahead.
They just put Leo on the cover.
Oh, okay.
And then they called him the sexiest man in 1999. People were pissed because the results were public.
So they hopped over Iron Sheik
And
and
what the fuck did I just say?
Hank
the angry drunken dwarf.
Yeah.
So then next month's, but to their credit,
Mm-hmm.
next month they did do a full center interview, Q&A, and photo shoot with Hank.
That's great.
And what's extra interesting, I read it, and he gets real deep real fast.
Oh yeah.
He kind of does jokes.
It's a real interview.
It's a real interview because he does 3 of them joke answers because he's a comedian, and then he very quickly is like, "Yeah, but it just makes me think about what is beauty? Do people really think that I can ever be attractive because of the way I am?" And then he unpacks.
Has the character transcend who I am?
Yeah, exactly. And he's just unpacking.
Yeah. Am I actually the character now?
Right.
Is my
And
which
then,
one's the persona here?
And then what I really like at the end is he's like, the interviewer's like, "Do you ever feel like people are taking Howard Stern takes advantage of you because you're called Hank, the angry drunken dwarf?" He's like, "Well, no, because 1, I am a dwarf, and 2, I like drinking and making fun of people to their face, and now." Especially because he was in People Magazine and all this publicity from the thing, at least at the time, it was talked about. He's like, I get paid a few $100 just to show up at parties, drink free liquor, and make fun of people. My life's fucking dope.
And I hate it.
it's all fucking bullshit.
No comment from the Iron Sheik. No comment from the Iron Sheik.
That's the actual travesty of the story.
This is the
Fucking Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik's comeuppance.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you can no longer reach out to Hank. He sadly passed away.
Yeah.
But, hey, reach out to the Iron
That's
Sheik.
where I heard about him, when he passed away.
Oh, yeah. Reach out to the Iron Sheik. Maybe he wants to talk about his crazy 9-inch cock and whatever. Fuck it.
Is Iron Sheik dead, too?
No, he's
alive.
Oh, he's alive?
He's alive still, yeah.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing great.
You want to get him for a party?
He had a whole...
He should have been there for my graduation.
As of this, he had a whole Twitter thing about Vader.
Oh my god, you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
No, I do. Okay,
Darth
you're right.
Vader?
He was right.
No, the jockstrap, brown strapped-faced villain wrestler from the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he recently
world.
passed away.
Oh, okay.
A lot of, at least to my knowledge, at least 3 major deaths this week. So, god damn, dude. Okay.
Hey, calm down.
The computer's telling us it's time.
Well...
so before we get into... Well, let's talk about what we're looking forward to before we make the announcement,
Okay.
I guess. So what are we looking forward to? What's going now?
Well, hell yeah, because Gorilla's new album came out today.
Yes.
And also today, Fighting EX Layer.
Yeah.
That joke, that April Fool's joke from
That
2
became
years
real.
ago that became real. And it's out.
And it looks like it was made on a budget, and I fucking love it.
Everything about it, I love. It's on a budget. The Gogi system.
Me and Nick played it last year at last year's Evo.
It was
one of the funnest things
awesome.
we did there. Oh my god, it's so It's stupid fun. Like when you get, especially when you go for God Gogi, like stuff.
Yeah. How much does your hair move? How fun is it?
Just
it's literally like it's literally you build up meter, but instead of using it for special moves, you use it to mess with the rules. Like to mess up the game.
Ooh, cool.
So all these expectations and things in fighting games, they play off of that, and then it's just fucking best.
Yeah, like you can get things where it's unlimited meter after 30 seconds of the match, and like there was this one. The best point was when I did a super, and I was like, "Oh, you totally ate it." Like I totally read you, and then Nick, we didn't know one of his Gogi activated, and he had full armor. So no hit like affect him other than life, and neither of us knew it. So Nick was just standing there taking all the hits until like halfway through. So we realized, oh shit! And then like finally punched me out of it, and like and he's like, oh, I'm a god now, and like started going.
And then I lost.
Yeah, and the creator was standing over because he only had like one table,
right?
And everyone was lined up for it. Yeah, or people who knew. We're lined up for it because we were all talking the fucking Gogi system.
And the creator was actually handing out pamphlets for that basically explained the game. And
which, by the way, more booths need to fucking do that, dude. While you're waiting in line,
it's great.
Because fuck having go up there and then trying to read everything in a short amount of time. Yeah. No, he more booths need to do that.
Yeah.
He seemed to like love that me and Nick were like yelling and having such a good time with this game.
Yeah. No, it was really cool. Yeah. Yeah, so looking forward
to our hair
to
literally going back and on fire and shit.
It's like when I read Savage Dragon.
Fuck, same.
Yeah.
All right, so anything else? Or?
Let's see. Oh my god. Let's see. There's that, and then next month. By that time, Gotcha Man will come out. No, Gridman. Sorry, Gridman will come out.
Quadruple S Gridman.
Yeah, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Which, by the way, we've told that story before. Nothing has sold me harder on an anime I know nothing about than being in AX when they announced that, and only one person in the crowd screaming at the top of their lungs and like for a while, like losing his shit mentally, like his brain sounded like it broke. And I went, oh, I'm gonna watch it just because of that. I need to know why that's the happiest man on the earth right now.
Well, it originally came on the 90s live action. Kind of like a lot of stuff coming to the US, they have to have like, a group of teenagers, and then they kind of like VR Troopers and Power Rangers, all the Sentai. Yeah. They put it to here for Power Rangers. No, that one I always loved live action because it was just giant robots. Yeah. And it was a reverse of Power Rangers where you actually rarely see the kids.
Okay.
But do we see the bullies?
No, there's no bullies.
Skulk and Bolt.
I wish there was. Skulk and Bolt.
Corey was like amazed when I pulled out those names like one day. Like, and I went to him, no, I like the stupid parts.
Yeah. Oh man, so that's coming out. Tetris Effect.
Dude, we were watching footage of that thing. I need it now.
Yeah.
That.
Right? Oh my god.
This is actually the most excited I've been for a game.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to mention Metal Wolf Chaos was announced.
Oh yeah, I guess.
And that was the gunshot heard around the world.
Yeah. Announcement. Metal Wolf Chaos XD, published by Devolver Digital.
Yeah. Ian, you need to get this 2018.
Game. We talked about... Well,
No, Ian, no thinking or hesitating about it.
Okay.
You need to buy this game.
All right.
You actually need to. Okay. Because...
It's the greatest thing in the world.
It's the most American thing I've ever seen in my life. I haven't seen anything as American as this game.
And I did watch an eagle fuck a pie once. I mean,
the closest thing I got to that was when I first received my passport.
Okay.
Garish is the way to describe American passports.
Chris I remember describing it to Chris when I first got it. I opened it, and I swear every layout of every page in that passport, I could have sworn like a bald eagle was going like it's going to make that noise every time I open it. Or like, and like when you open it, and then when I see my identity, you see like a bald eagle on top of Mount Rushmore, covered in the American flag.
Oh my god!
The sky is the sky of Mount Rushmore in Washington is the Constitution, and the Declaration of Independence is on the bottom. And it was just the most ultra. It was just so patriotic.
It's like Lincoln giving Washington a reach around while also Betsy Ross is there.
But it was, but it's just most ultra patriotic thing. But still, that doesn't compare. That's not even worth. Yeah, it's barely even worth mentioning compared to Metal Wolf Chaos in its patriotism.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't buy it, I got a playthrough to send you that. It's one of the greatest things to ever grace the internet.
Yeah, it's gonna be PS4, PC, and Xbox One.
All right, tight. Yeah. Metal Wolf Chaos.
Hashtag Mech America Great.
That's the name of their website.
I'm sorry.
Did you watch the Devolver Digital E3 thing?
The Devolver Digital. Did we watch it together?
Conference. We didn't. Not this year's.
Okay.
No. I don't know if we watched last year's.
Did you watch last year?
It was it was the Adult Swim skit. Well, guess what? This one was a sequel to that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it does one of the ballsiest things I've ever seen an E3 press conference do at the end of its thing.
I have to watch it.
You're gonna have to watch it.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Mm-hmm. But no, so that's what I'm looking forward to, and then also Grand Blue Anime is gonna come out later in summer. And that's all I can think of at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
What is?
End of Arrested Development, end of Kimmy Schmidt.
When do those come out?
Those should be coming out in between October and November.
Hey, did you know Luke Cage Season 2 and Jessica Jones Season 2 came out?
I did know that, and I haven't watched them yet.
I didn't know that until yesterday.
Oh, yeah. They've been out a minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll
watch them.
I had my hands full. Yeah, I want to watch them. I still...
I want to know if they fixed the problem, man. Of just the end of going on too long.
For what?
Oh, because
any of their Marvel shows.
Because the shows each season kind of stretches its premise a little too far.
Almost all of them could end at
8?
four episodes.
Okay.
Sooner than
Yeah.
Than it does.
Instead of 13, I think Luke Cage could have cleanly been 11 episodes.
Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones may be the worst offender.
Yeah.
In that.
Yeah. I'm interested to see because I've heard
okay.
that despite all the evidence that they're gonna still do stuff with David Tennant in the next season of Jessica Jones. Which how? How though?
David Tennant.
Who played the Purple Man?
Oh,
the Doctor Who.
Oh, is it also Doctor?
I haven't seen.
Oh, you haven't watched Jessica Jones?
No, well, I mean, I watched the first 3 episodes, but I haven't seen the rest.
Okay.
That sucks. It's probably the best one.
Yeah, I actually really like...
No, sorry, I was going to say, I did get spoiled on the ending, though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It was a dick.
I'm excited about that. Oh, you know what I'm excited about? Fulikuli Progressive.
Yes, I didn't want to talk about it. Nick is trying to stay clean until the last episode.
I haven't seen... When is the last episode air?
So, last week was 4th.
So 2 more weeks.
So yes, this will be 5th, and then the week after week 6. Which, by the way, I'm gonna try and do a viewing party.
I would love to.
And we're just gonna watch all of the original, and then we're gonna watch all of the new up until the premiere.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. I have not seen. I've not seen any of it.
I'm still doing my crazy thing where I watch each
thing over and over again.
Each previous episode before the new one.
Is it working?
Yes, there's already been things that I've noticed. We're just
gaining new powers.
Yeah, where I'm just this is where they drop that hint. Okay. Of course, and then now in the episode the last episode I saw, which is episode 3, there are now is when I can start formulating an idea what's about. But again, none of that matters until the final episode comes out. So try not to say anything. Nick doesn't even want music spoilers. I won't even talk about what comes on and what doesn't.
Well, so Nick, you and I will both be fresh and virginal.
And we're gonna have to figure out what to do with that, for this podcast, because that is something we're gonna have to address.
It's a big part of this show.
Yeah.
So
still one of our most popular videos.
Yeah.
It's episode 2 or something. Well, just weird to me, but
what are you gonna do?
I guess.
Yeah. So anything else, sir?
That's all I can think of.
Okay. What am I looking forward to? Yeah, man. I want to play more video games and watch stuff that I haven't gotten to watch now.
Yeah.
You don't watch Gunbuster?
Yeah. Well, I eventually will. Anyway.
Fucking
9-inch cock fucking.
I will tell you what I'm looking forward to. As the announcement trailer has shown, or in case you haven't watched it, we are going to start streaming.
Oh yeah.
Regularly. Yeah, how about that?
Oh yeah.
And we're doing all the Kingdom Hearts games. All of them.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow.
All the versions that are on the 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, and 3, when 3 eventually comes out.
Okay, so
You do
that's
all of
1.5, 2.5,
Yeah.
2.8,
yeah, and all 3 have like 3 different games.
and then 3.
Yeah.
So we're playing 4.
We're playing 10 games.
God fucking damn it!
Wait, we're not doing 8.8? We're not doing that.
Yes, we are.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
So we're doing...
8.8? What the fuck is 8?
No, you just meant to say 0.8.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not called 2.8. That's right. It's called 0.8.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
It's stupider.
It's so much dumber!
No, isn't it 2.8?
No.
Who cares?
No,
you can't do that.
I just remember it's Kingdom Hearts like HD Collection 2.1.
And the announcement trailer says 2.8. So
1 plus 2.8, something like that, yeah.
1 plus 2. What the shit is cocking fuck?
I don't know, it's ridiculous. That's why I was wondering like how we're going to do it. 0.5
I just
and
remember
0.8.
there's children down there.
Don't worry, I have copies of all the... So it's going to be the PS3 versions of the HD collections for now, because the PS4 version, for whatever reason, the one I ordered is taking longer than usual to be here.
Okay.
Eventually, when I do get that version, hopefully if we're still early on in the game, what I'll do is I'll just catch up to it. We're going to be streaming on twitch.tv/storytellercasts. Lucky no one else took that. Yeah. And we're going to be doing... Man. Okay, so I'm going to be on the controls.
Uh-huh.
Nick and Ian are on for the ride.
Yeah.
I'll be your hype man.
We're going to delve into one of my most love-hate relationships with the series ever, and an important part of my childhood.
Because you know that I know like the minimum amount of about it. I kind
and
of
know this is it, where you're finally going to go through all of them. So here's the biggest dilemma.
Yeah.
Those games in the HD remastered are not in the order that they came out.
Oh, okay.
So my dilemma right now is, do I put them in the order that they came out, or the order that they're arranged now? Because the canon arrangement is that. I kind of want to put it in the order that they came out, because that's how you learn the story.
Right.
That's how I would want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make that decision. We'll find out. I still got a lot of work to do. I got to get the layout done in the little, like, what's going to happen before. Stay tuned for the end of the streams for special treats. I won't say any more than that. Go tell your friends to watch. Join us in being miserable.